Okay, I hear tell that we're live. Hi. Nice to be live. This is Trenton. Hope everybody is having a wonderful morning. We're going to try and have some fun today. This is Breath of Fire for the Super Nintendo, and since we have a moment to explain this, we've already done the inputs to be on a debug screen, which works out to different starting points based on the name that you enter. So the name we're going to enter is Ken. Once I do that, we set the controls. Obviously you want message speeds fast because we want to go fast. And from there, it is setting the common menu keys, and we have ourselves a run. So let's get going in 3, 2, let's have fun. Hey Shawnee, how you doing today?
I'm doing fine. It's early. How are you?
For early, I'm doing pretty fine as well. So, the nice things about this game, this mode, is starting in several predefined places where you want to, and with a bunch of money. So, I get to go buying stuff. Why don't you explain what I'm buying?
Yes, there's 2 things to buy. I could also introduce myself afterwards as well. There's Marble 1 and Cures. Marble 1's, this game is very weird. It gives you basically guaranteed crits if you were to use them, and they're $1,000 a pop. So, you know, it's really helpful when you want to beat bosses really quickly. But also, menus are slow, so you want to auto-battle a lot too. And Cures, well, they're just safety strats, basically, because even though with 10% you're level 24, I saw, so that's way higher than I finished the game for any percent. Which
I was going to
weird.
tease you about that later.
Yeah, I wish I had those levels. But yeah, it's like already done shopping, and off you go, because the way this works is Ken starts you at, or sorry, not Ken. The password starts you in different locations throughout the game, and different progression things. 10% is, I think I want to say about 2.5 hours into the 80% run.
Yeah, I describe it as a good first third is done, basically.
Yeah. Which is normally, like, you know, stuff I absolutely dread. So this is actually really nice to see, you know, you being here. Also, I completely spaced on this. You don't have Marble 3s.
No, they're not available in that shop, and I want to go to Tunlin next, so my compromise position is blue.
Huh. Do you not have warp to Tunlin in the start here?
You cannot warp to Tunlin. That's what Gobi is for.
Wow. Okay, this is going to be a fascinating learning experience for me then.
There's some weird things you have to rethink when you're starting in a different spot.
Yeah, because like normally you hit Tunlin as you come to Gust, so you already have it as a warp point in 80%. So that's fascinating. I haven't seen these monsters in forever.
Yeah, so for the low price of 2 encounters, I come down here with fish.
Big fish.
And here's Tunlin.
Yep.
Now, because of gimmicks of this game, we can't talk to anybody here. Well, except merchants. Merchants we can talk to, because money is a universal language.
Yes, also they're fish, not people with flutes.
Yeah, trivial details.
Yeah. Tunlin actually is a city that actually is also existing in Breath of Fire 2, of just a bunch of people who only speak through music. Which is kind of cool. It exists for another 500 years. Then after that, Breath of Fire 3, it's not to be seen. So I assume everyone's dead.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you let a vengeful extraterrestrial being with unlimited magic loose on the world.
Hey, Blue's fine. Leave her alone.
I meant her sister.
Spoilers. So yeah, we're here to literally grab the Mist Robe for Nina, and then we're going to get a very, very important item for all categories. It's the 5th fishing rod. It is random treasure chest that you shove beside this NPC.
Why is it there? Who knows? But it is.
Yeah. But you don't even have any fishing bait yet either, so this is the goofy thing. Oh, you ignore the melon? Goodbye, melon.
Ah, we don't need it.
No, that's the healing item I do need, actually, to beat Bane.
I jumped that gun too fast. I hit the wrong button. Anyways, we're fine. Punch a tree,
Yeah,
get a
we're gonna
coconut.
punch a tree. Oh. It's random how quick this is as well. There we go. Sometimes you get in the first one, other times it takes like 6. So, you know, poor Ox.
I am blanking out right now, Jordan.
Rogan.
Yeah.
We'll be buying Marble 3s here. So there's only 3 shops in the entire world that sells Marble 3s. And Marble 3s are, if you want to put it into extremely common terms for a lot of people, is basically a thing for pals in Pokemon. But you don't have to be a certain level for them to work. They just block encounters for 127 steps.
Don't let me forget my backup here.
Your backup is...
Yeah, I'm going to buy 2 lives.
Right. 2 lives, sure. Sounds good.
So the way I do my shopping is I want a set number of these marbles, but rather than sit here and count these, which sounds utterly insane to me, I just memorize the money numbers that I need. So here I'm just shopping down to 033, and then I have bought enough marbles, and that includes a couple extra for safety.
Mm-hmm. And life as well after. And when I do my run, it's going to be all the counting on my end, so hopefully I'm not on commentary for that, because you'll be hearing me count up to 63.
Okay, time to reorder.
No, they don't rebuild at all, actually. It's quite sad. Until the end of the game, credits roll, they're still living, everything destroyed. We need to get the bracelet, though, for Nina. That's good for...
automatic.
Yep. There's the different passwords give you a different set of equipment for the party members. So everyone starts off level 24. Yay. Everyone starts off with their starting equipment. Boo. But the game also gives you stuff, you can see here, bracelet, wool robe, face mask, etc. So there's a bunch of stuff here which is adequate. Not great, just adequate. But with 10%, I have no idea what the equipment sets are, because everything's brand new to me.
Yeah, I'm just doing some...
Since this game...
I'm doing some menuing there to make things easier to use in battle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the marble ones are very important for later. Actually, soon actually for you, comparatively to me.
Yep, let's go to Scrooge McDuck Town.
Yes, where even the water sparkles. But
it's nice, pretty water.
We're going to a place built of solid gold, so you must be thinking, wow, we must be getting something really cool here. And if you guess worms, yes, we're buying worms at the Gold Town.
Sadly, the only place on the overworld that sells bait.
Yeah.
You can only get it here in Prima.
But it's like 4 times as expensive as a herb for healing. And that's some good worm.
Well, considering the return on investment, I'd say it's worth it.
Are you going to get the W antler?
No, I'm not. I was doing that at one point, but they found it not worth it.
Yeah, so you're going to be getting it in carbon?
Yeah.
Okay. Just follow your notes as well.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I am literally learning to speedrun, as is everyone else in chat, so...
Yeah, I have never done this in a marathon before. There was one attempt, and I had a power failure. So it's a very different look at Breath of Fire. Here's one I'm still on the fence on. I'm not sure if it's worth it to go to Agua or not. That'll be a test for another day.
Yeah, okay. The other thing we should specify as well is like every category is drastically different. Just like, and there's a lot of different categories. There's the basic one of any percent. There's the gremlin percent, which is up to like kind of the first really tough boss for people. And then, if I remember correctly, there is Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Vega, and DJ, I think are the passwords.
Yep. That all sounded correctly.
And DJ literally puts you outside the final town and takes less than an hour to beat. While Ken is roughly 3 hours to beat, and I think, if I remember correctly, Jintatsu wants to make Vega percent a thing with basically the rejected characters no one uses.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, so it's just like, why use Ryu and Karn when you can use Gobi? It's like, now why would you do that to yourself?
I don't know.
But,
Almost as bad as using Mogu.
okay, you get Mogu with health. I don't. It takes him 3 levels in order to actually get health, and you don't get that in the speedrun. It's very sad. Mogu stays brittle. So, we just caught a helmet.
Yes, we did.
Or a helmet, depending on how you do. And this is because we actually need to get certain dragon equipment to enter shrines. Thankfully, the first one has no criteria. The second one, I believe you just need the sword. And a third one, I believe you need all 4 pieces of armor. And... because there's so much defense compared... I'm jealous.
There's such high numbers. 80% runners are not used to numbers like that.
No, we have so much AP.
And that's at the start of the run. This is my first 10 minutes. Imagine having that kind of numbers at 80% in 10 minutes.
Yeah, also you're at nighttime here, so those people aren't going to interfere with you.
Unintentional, but not unwelcome.
Yeah, the amount of NPCs who get in my way is at least a dozen actually in a run.
Yeah, the Marble 3s are keeping me from having random encounters. They wear off in a set number of steps, but if I haven't mentioned this, no math.
Yeah.
So I take a few free steps after the marble wears off, and then try to use less marbles over the course of the run.
Yeah, and the thing is, the marbles will... Oh, so this battle is legitimately just smash it till dead. It's a very weak enemy comparatively to Ryu, so just... And you don't have dragon transformations yet, so all you can do is critical hits. And thankfully, Marble 1s is the critical hits.
Yeah, I do 2 of them. I find that, on average, that works out the best. Hey, we're done.
Oh, it slightly survived.
I didn't have the ring on her, that would have done it, but that's not worth it.
Your training is complete. You walloped me. Have a spell.
I'll never turn down a good spell.
No. So, now that we did this one, we can now do the next shrine whenever we want. Because you have to fish up the sword, I think, first, right?
We've got sword and hat.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. Let's see how much you have. MP. Like, Ryu already has over 100 or so, right?
90.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So there's one other spell that we want to get right now, and that is for Karn.
Yes. Which is why Ox is in the lead, because you had to punch a boulder, because it locks behind Ox's progression, so you just can't steal the spell early.
Every character has... Well, I think every character has a map skill, something outside of battle. Like, Ox is able to push things, and Ox is able to punch things.
Actually, anyone can push that bookcase.
There's heavier things that Ox can push.
Yeah. And then there's extremely heavy things that only Karn can push while transformed later.
But that's merged with Ox. Fusion, ha!
Yeah, just getting off a Dragon Ball Z run recently.
I know. That's what made me think of it.
Yeah. I love the fact that Chaozu's on Namek. That makes me happy. There's so much wrong with that.
And Toriyama didn't even have anything to do with this game at all.
Yeah. Actually, one thing which is really nice about this game as well is there's a lot of nuances. Like, it's really hard to say, it's like, wow, it's like, Titan's going really fast for movement because it's a tile-based game. But legitimately, like, this game's movement is oddly way more difficult than it appears. And you need to be precise on doing corners and movement and everything like that. But when it comes to how to phrase this properly, you will lose a lot of time if you don't walk correctly, like in any game. So there's no proper walking route, but there's no... Like with the Marble 3s, it's 127 steps of free movement, basically. So, as long as you're aware of how long it sort of lasts for, you're fine. It is a very friendly game to get into for a speedrun. Oh, you walk down onto the beach.
Whoopsie. We were underwater, by the way.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We have gills because that's how that works. Because science.
Totally.
But you can see I'm trying constantly walking, 7 to 8 or 6 to 8 spaces after a Marble 3. This game is really nice. Is when a Marble 3 wears off or you're entering a new area.
Too soon.
There is actually, it's very, very nice. Truthfully, there's no encounters. So if you accidentally mess up the marble route, you can just enter and exit the area, get like 8 spaces back. I'm gonna be grabbing those treasure chests in that first room on my run. It's gonna be really weird.
You getting the shield here?
Yeah, Ox gets a really good shield. And then if he's gonna be auto battle, like why not get the really good weapon in the chest beside it? There's gonna be some weird things on the 90% race.
Yeah, I got him with the giant hammer when I go to actually put stuff on him. So no shield.
I'll eventually get the range hammer and the 80% one because it's technically a magic spell.
Yeah, we don't go to that dungeon in this route, so that's
you're
an
in
option.
blue. Yeah. But yeah, I have to say the encounter rate is absolutely abysmal after the 8 steps. You'll fight a lot.
So we try to
if you
avoid
play
that.
this game casually, if you play this game casually, learn Marble 3s. Just go back. They're $9 a pop from the first town. Just teleport back there, grab some few in case you get frustrated with encounters.
And if you're worried about levels, just remember that random encounters are absolutely garbage for experience, and you're not getting any levels from them.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, the 80% run. Are you gonna grab the marble too?
No. Tested it,
Okay.
didn't like it, didn't work out.
Yeah. So now we're going to be transforming into a dragon. And the way the dragons work is they're basically fixed damage, and they're magic spells for their attacks. So,
But they do crit.
yep. And this is where your cures come in, because I think you have to use at least one cure here. Oh, nice miss. Yeah.
I probably will get through this without a cure. Unless I see crits.
Yeah. So much HP. Just not used to this.
It is a very different look.
Yeah. Although DJ percent puts this to shame because you have 120 AP, so you can use Agni twice by the end of the game. So you don't actually have to worry about refilling on the last battle. Yeah, looks like it's a nice clean no heal. Oh, right. Eventually it'll come up. So you've now gotten the second wave of dragon transformations. Also, just a small thing. The Thunder Dragon for the second tier, slight flashing warning when it uses its attacks.
Yeah, I
The
suppose
game
I should
likes-
say that that's going to be all run log. There is not a safe
from
point
now
of
on.
flashing in this entire run, so act accordingly.
Yeah, it is. It's not bad, and it's been. Like, I know the Super Nintendo and Nintendo Switch thing. I think it's been dubbed down comparatively, but you're playing on like the original version, right?
Yeah, this is the SNES. All of
Yeah,
the
so
marathon.
it might be a little bit more stronger than what I'm used to. But heck yeah, I am. So yeah, whenever those messages pop up, like you have 8 spaces free. Obviously, there's no encounters in the inn, so we don't have to worry about that. But
Boy, that would be something.
oh,
What is this, Zozo?
everyone here is great.
Yeah, all the people in this town are crazy, by the way.
Yeah, it's literally because of allergies. I honestly feel these people so hard. So
This
there's the
flower
allergies.
is making people crazy.
Yeah. Also, it's very weird. This game is a Capcom franchise, but this one in particular is translated by Square, which
They
is
used to get along
really,
better.
really bizarre. Yeah. So this was the same translator as Final Fantasy VI, and all those other games back in the. I can't remember his name right now because it's a bit early in the morning.
Woolsey.
For
Ted
me.
Woolsey.
Yeah. So things
The
are
legend.
very directly translated. Also, story plot. He is not a Borg.
Debatable.
So, if you're following along with the story, we have a dramatic reveal of a person we've never met before, and now we're tiny.
Like mouse-sized.
Yeah. So naturally, the first real fight we're going to do in this game for bosses is we're going to save a mouse kingdom from cockroaches.
Trigger warning, this is the most disgusting boss of the game.
The cheese background, honestly, makes it for me, though. I always forget if there's encounters here or not, so if you're walking the actual distance, like, I don't know.
There are.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to put the B ring on, and you need the ring. You need Chain Hat, Tri-Dagger, Pro Shield, Hunt, and Sash. And then you need the Giant Hammer, Horn Hat. Bronze armor is fine.
And yeah, this is where Karn's spell comes in handy. See two people get faded out, and now he looks different in the party because he decided to basically take them and fuse them into himself. And you lose access to those party members in battle, but Karn is extremely strong now.
That's okay. It's Gobi. We're not missing anything.
Honestly, yeah, that's if there ever was personified disappointment in a video game, it'd be Gobi. Except he turns into big fish, so you know, that's cool.
That's his only value.
It really is. Even any percent, you just kind of hope he survives, and that's it. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, right. It didn't die. I should explain the mechanic here while you're doing this.
Sure.
So, the bosses in this game are fascinating, and I've never seen a game like it as well, is they have 2 health bars, sometimes. They have the first wind is the first HP bar you see, so there you go. And it says it got back up. That is now in the second wind, and they have a second set of HP on them. And when this happens, they tend to be more aggressive, and when they fall within purple health range, their damage will increase as well. So there's a lot of weird nuances to these battles when you're doing speedruns. So what Triton's trying to do here, and is succeeding as well right now, is you take them all out individually, because only one could die at the same time, because it's a very old game. But then now you can see here what wonderful crit going across, and then an eye across the field. You take them out, and then you get rid of their second wind amount of HP, and now it's much more manageable. And yeah, this is a very nice, clean cockroach fight, with surrounded by cheese as well. Like, that's a lot of cheese for a mouse kingdom.
That is a lot of cheese, but I mean, roaches, so burn it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think mouses care.
Well, they're mouses.
Are you going to use the mouse in for healing?
Oh, yes.
Or... Okay.
Yeah, we're pretty low HP right now. And I constantly juggle my inventory to keep the marbles handy, because that lets me menu faster.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fascinating on how much this game is menus. Between the battle, using auto battles just to stop menus from popping up, or just, you know, overworld menus and stuff like that. And that's what makes or breaks a really fast run from a really... And here's the mouse Cura, I guess? What's the M stand for?
Magic?
Yeah, that makes more sense than mouse in my head. I thought it was
I don't know, I mean,
Cura.
it is from the mice, so either way.
So here's tomato soup.
Or marinara sauce.
Yeah, take your pick. That's the bosses we have to get to eventually. They're gonna patiently wait while we go across these platforms.
Yeah, you have to use your D-pad correctly to be able to get to the boss.
Yeah. It's... I hear this sound in my sleep. I hate the noise of those platforms.
I wouldn't say that's the worst one. The steam
To me,
field
it is,
noise is the
honestly.
worst one.
So again, from here on, there will be some flashing warning because this is where Bolt Dragon will be used.
Oh, yes.
So just as a heads up for the rest of the run, but I'm not
There
going to say
will be
every single
flashing.
time. Yeah. Because ye olde Nintendo games, or just games in general, truthfully, in that era.
Hey, they were experimenting with what they could do with them. They didn't realize everything was going to be a bad idea.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not. So Ruka X is actually quite simple. That's not too bad this time. So that's not the worst. If the flash has a hold a little bit longer.
And when we get
Maybe
the final
flash-
dragon, there'll be much flashing.
Yeah. To be fair, Agony just breaks the game. That is a hilarious transformation. And this was funny, is all the different categories, all the different things.
Nina
all
gets the final
culminates
hit.
to- Good job, Nina. Okay, bye.
I mean, you gotta
Oh,
appreciate
no.
a boss who doesn't lose his temper over little things. Minor
Yeah,
setback, and he's like, yeah, whatever.
And we're going to see some conflict between Nina and Blue here.
That's
For
consistent
some reason.
throughout the story.
Actually, it really is. Blue actually just takes a lot of shots at Nina.
Excuse me, said the princess.
Those my blinds. I'm currently blinded by the sunlight coming in. There we go.
I was gonna
There's
make a
cloudy
song
all
reference,
morning.
but I'm not even sure most people would get it.
Yeah, make the reference. Most people don't get it, and that's the better part of it. References are great when no one gets them.
Now, here's the biggest tease of the whole game. Don't you wish you could walk at that speed?
Yes, but also no, because then it would be extremely hard to corner. Also, that's a goat. That's a good goat. I love
Yes.
that goat.
I had a joke I was
Okay.
going to come up with for that, but then I forgot to do it, so, oh well.
Jin taught me when you're doing the Iron Claw quest, the goat beside the... There's no encounters here?
I don't think so.
Dang.
Be a weird place to have encounter.
Also cheese, but now they're normal sized. So this is normal sized giant cheese.
Does that mean it's bigger?
Yes.
Didn't reorder my
Which is-
party.
You can switch out Nina afterwards, and you got the attack up anyway, so...
Generally speaking, we don't care about what kind of damage we get from Ox or Nina. They're just
Yeah.
there.
Although, those slams, though... She's doing dozens of damage.
So that's phase 1.
And phase 2 is... Yeah.
Exists, technically.
Exactly, yeah.
Now, big thing, do
Actually-
not forget to pick up the fly!
Mm-hmm. Like, oh, you beat it! Also, this game's a real big tease as well, because you're supposed to go get the frog oil. Absolutely, I'll explain 10% in a second. You had to get the frog oil to help heal Nikolai, the person who we beat in the dungeon, who Nina couldn't heal. They want you to go to the frog cave, come back, and then go do that gold fly. You just walk back in the city, you can do the gold fly, and go to the frog cave without having to backtrack for no reason. So 10% is... Breath of Fire 1 is very unique in the series. It has a password system for kind of a debug thing, where there's different passwords of Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Vega, and DJ that will start you off in different parts of the story at different levels with... well, that's it, really. I really can't
Different
break
gear
it
and
up on
different
that.
money.
Yeah. Like, you got
And
100k in
different
DJ
physical
percent.
location.
Yeah. So, like, because of that, we're able to start the game quite a bit early, or quite a bit into the run that 80% would be. But you don't have to deal with, like, random stat gains for the start of the game.
That's nice, too.
Yeah, oh yeah, Nina, appropriate place to say this, Nina croaks all the time in some of my runs. They're frogs. Bye, frogs. Never see you again. I guess until Saturday. You'll see two sets of frogs eventually. Oh, so warp is so useful.
Oh yes, and having it for the whole run.
Yeah, no, it's totally not as not like 80% where if Nina dies too many times, you don't get warp. It sucks.
I'm trying to not forget the maestro this time, and it's like, no wait, too early.
Yeah, it's after.
Alright, so Blue is going to look into the future. He's going to get a prognostication for us. What she's going to learn is that not all of chat might make it, but that's a sacrifice she's prepared to make.
Mm-hmm. The crystal ball has exploded. That might be a bad omen. I just remember she had a crystal ball.
Well, she doesn't anymore.
That's true. Oh, so this game actually is obviously the prequel to Breath of Fire 2.
Weird how that works.
Yeah, I know. You say that, but my brother actually keeps forgetting which one is which. It's like, no, David, 2 is the second one. Like,
one has the water closets everywhere.
Yeah.
I had no idea what that meant.
Oh, okay, so to explain this boss, so you're going to be using, this boss is really interesting because it tries to poison you, but both Karn and Ryu are transformed, so their status is already taken. So this flower will love to poison people, but they actually can't poison, the characters, or at least the transformed characters. And in any percent run, we normally have what's it called? We normally have just Karn and Ryu here. There's no attack up, no anything else like that, because people tend to be dead, because death warps. But you actually get some attack up and boosts.
I'll take the faster fight.
Oh yeah. Also, the poison effect is great, and doesn't actually come into effect until like 4 turns after, which is kind of weird. Like, you think being poisoned would immediately be a bad thing, but it takes a while.
Yeah, to the point that I'm not going to menu to heal it. It's not worth it.
No, it really isn't. And after this as well is you will have there's those first phase and the second phase after this. It's, I think it's 1,000. No, 362. So yeah, it immediately dies. And this will come back later. Like, this is something which is fascinating for a boss mechanic in my eyes. So once again, Court, he doesn't like the fact we trampled his garden.
But he still does not lose his temper, so you gotta respect that.
Yeah. Oh, no, that takes extra translation. I'm sure in the original translation he's quite angry, but with the English text boxes and the very literal translation, I don't know if it would have gone through. Do you heal MP at all? Oh, no, because like, you have to get Maestro and you rest during the bridge, so you get free MP refill. Yeah.
No, I need to give myself 30 AP.
Well, no, because you sleep after the bridge is fixed.
Yeah, but I gotta fight right here.
Oh, right, you do. Right. See, I know how to run this game. That's right, I'm thinking afterwards. So.
Yes. That's why I only need 30 instead of 60. Hey, Sensei. Also, hi, chat. Thank y'all for joining us. Soul Food, hope your stomach gets better. Mr. Gooey.
Oh, yeah, so Mr. Gooey's mentioning Chun-Li. There's 2 cameos of Chun-Li. One in blue outfit, one in red outfit in this game. The blue outfit is in Bleak, and if you do a certain Easter egg in a certain way, you'll see Chun-Li as the magician distracts you and takes your money off the table. And then if you get the sword from Windia Dungeon and beat the end boss with this, which was really simple because Agni. At the end of the credits, there is technically Chun-Li will be helping rebuild the starting town, but she'll be kicking a pile of rubble for some reason. That's the only animation she has.
You got to break it up so you can haul it away.
Yeah, but everyone else notices Ryu coming back, but she just keeps kicking. Like, she's really dedicated to breaking that former house, I guess, up.
She knows her one thing in life.
Yeah. Which is spam. Shout out to all the Chun-Li players.
Okay, so the whole reason we're here is that we're trying to get to the hometown of the bad guys, and we need a bridge for that. And this guy who keeps turning into a monster, he's the guy who builds the bridge. So we were helping the guy who builds the bridge so that he would build a bridge for us.
Okay, bye. I was like how you see him walk off into the abyss. Because once you go to the house, you realize that there is not actually that much outside. So he walked like through that cement wall.
And I even remembered the maestro this time.
Yeah, good job.
Did you notice my addition to the notes?
It had nice bold. And Yell tried it to remember it this time. Toad.
Yeah, I had three consecutive practice sessions where I forgot to pick it up, and it's like, let's really emphasize the point.
So this is a weird fight. Is the Horn Toad... Okay, first of all, this game has a surprising amount of frog bosses. Like, a surprising amount.
It's a very wholesome game.
Yeah. For one, I support our new frog overlords. But when it comes to... Oh wow, you actually have spells. Look at you. I don't get those. I don't get any of those.
It gives her something to do.
Yeah. So, are you going to step for the Death Warp, right? So,
yes.
Yeah, so basically the same kind of strat here in 80% is the Horn Toad really likes attacking that bottom left-hand corner. Like, obsessively amount. Like, it's not guaranteed, but it's basically guaranteed for the most part. And what Trey's going to do during this battle is not only, kill the boss, but kill off enough characters so you can actually Death Warp easily in the next area when you want to. So Blue's down.
That was some sweet RNG, actually.
Yeah.
Because that's the turn I would have auto-battled anyways. So he set it up perfectly for me. And I go ahead and bring Ox in instead of letting him attack Nina, because if he does the AoE, I want it to count against everybody.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you have so much more defense. It takes a lot longer for the players to die.
Yeah, I also did Fortify on Shin so that he would not die, because it doesn't matter. Karn's going to have 1 HP after the fight anyways. So he could be as tanky as could be, and that'd be fine. Let's see, 2,500 HP in Phase 1 of this fight, so it takes a while to chew through all that.
Yeah. So close. There we go. He got mad now, though.
Yeah, and he's got 1,500 more HP.
Mm-hmm. My favorite thing there is the AoE attack. Which, again, isn't too bad, because, you do want Nina to go down with Ox. But... at the same time, you don't want to do too much damage too quickly.
Yeah, I mean, the sooner they go down, if he individually attacked just the 3 people, that would be perfect, because it would waste less time. But, from here, I'm not worried about the random encounter we're going to Death Warp with killing Nina.
No, Nina's, yeah, that's honestly a very nice one. You got the deaths that you want. Which is, this game is very strange, is majority of the time saves is the small optimizations here or there, and a surprising amount of death warps.
And then in this one, I only use the one.
When you die... Oh, sorry, go for it.
In this run, I only used the one because most of the any percent death warps are built on the back of you don't have warp yet.
Yep. Also, just legitimately, even if we had warp, leaving some dungeons and stuff would just be annoying. Because we also don't have exit.
Yeah, Crypt would be... Well, Crypt is already a pain no matter what you do.
Yeah. Although I truly believe I'll get the book on the first coffin in my run.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Hopefully I can. There's 8 coffins. So now that you got the... What was it, the cloak? What was it, the...
Cowl and the Maestro.
Yeah. You can now go speak to the town of people who play nothing but flutes.
Do we want to cameo show off someone here?
Oh, might as well, yeah.
Plot spoiler that you would encounter casually.
Plot spoiler, but also paradoxal. Like, this is very strange.
Yeah, so you may have noticed Nina in our party. She's the one in pink.
So anyway, there's Nina.
So that's a thing.
Yeah. Darn old
a mystery to be solved
sprites.
at some point in time.
Yeah. Hopefully in this run.
Maybe. Also, that Lawson, thank you for the raid.
Yes, thank you.
Alright, so we want the bolster to be able to help Mogu. Mogu was the little mole dude. And they have the bolster here. The old woman says, I'll give you the bolster if you convince the princess there, to not give Zog the time key. Zog is the bad guy, by the way.
Yeah, he's the one Court was working for.
He
Also,
burned our
the
hometown to the
Watcher.
ground.
No, Jade did. He commanded it.
Well, army invasion principle.
Also, this is the part of the any percent run which I'm worst at, is you have to use the dark key to make it nighttime. But as the transition is happening, you need to punch the tree to get the coconut. And I am absolutely horrendous at that.
I just solved that by getting the coconut earlier.
Yeah. I want to try to get stuff there, but...
I mean, it's all
keep
finding what
flipping into
works. I
controls.
won't pretend that anything I'm doing is exactly optimized, because I'm really the first person who sat down and said, okay, what can I do with this? And other people will have good ideas upon seeing
So,
it. It's
hey.
like, you could pick this up, you could do this a little more efficiently. You actually caused me to change the run as of 2 days ago.
I mean, you've also caused me to change my run about 3 days ago, so you're welcome.
What did I cause you to change?
I did not know. Well, there's a couple other things here and there, but I did not know about the sash.
Oh.
Yeah, I still use that in for healing and stuff like that. So a small detour to literally give Karn a sash, or even Ox for auto battle and stuff like that. Like, not a bad idea. Also,
I
for
stole
whatever
that
reason,
from
the
an
princess
older
has-
80% route.
Yeah, for some reason, all the statues jump down the holes because sprite
They had us
limitations
perfectly
exist.
trapped.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, the princess is like twice as tall as everyone else. Because, sure. And has wings?
It's the wings. It's the wings,
Why
and
she
she's
have
got that Marie Antoinette hair.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
we're going to have ourselves a brouhaha.
snake. Yeah, this is... Okay, if they ever remake Breath of Fire 1, like all the other remakes that are happening to renew IP addresses, IP, like, properties and stuff like that, I would love to see this in HD. Guys, this is the only game... there's a lot of talking here as well. They're basically saying, I'm not going to give you the time key, I've been backstabbed, and if you wouldn't understand, you're already old. So then Blue, of course, naturally throws an insult at Nina, and everyone just starts throwing hands for some reason.
Yeah, everybody's mad at everybody at this point. So Cyril works for Zog and just stole the time key.
Yeah.
Said, I'm not giving
Ashes.
you anything, because it's my time key now. Then the princess blames us, we blame the princess, and here's the brouhaha.
Yeah, I would love to see Nina, of all characters in the Breath of Fire franchise, in the HD remix, just start throwing hands with another kingdom's princess. This has to be a declaration of war somehow. Oh, so Blue takes it a little bit too far, remembers an old spell, and everyone wakes up in a hospital.
Magic.
It's okay because the heroes did it.
She also destroyed that vault.
Oh yeah. Also, Blue, for whatever reason, there's a couple weird instances here and there for like animation stuff. She'll actually hop here and the camera will follow her up and down. It's a very odd little thing they decided to include, but that... And... there you go. Why does the camera follow her for that hop? Why does she even hop? I don't know. She did.
Alright, and here's what we were here for the whole time, the Ulster. If you try to go there earlier, you run into that trap, which is not fun.
Yeah. And it's rod number 5.
That's where we got the Rod 5 earlier. Don't need it now.
Also, I've never been on the left-hand side, or the right-hand side. I always go on the left-hand side to exit, because I have to grab all the treasure chests along the way. Bye, Melon!
Yeah, I just use cures for my healing.
Well, it's better, because they stack. Melons don't.
Alright, so we need to get back to Mole Town.
Yep.
Hello, Drinks! Thanks for joining us this morning. Hope everybody is having a good start to your week as we try to have some fun here with Breath of Fire. About 46 minutes into the run. And now we can enter what is named in my splits as Worst Place Ever.
Honestly, this is split up into like 5 different splits of mine, and I'm tempted to literally change it to the worst place ever made. Because the dream sequence honestly sucks. Also, you'll see why as well, because once Triton enters the next area... Actually, sorry, not this next area. That one's annoying. The one to the south is the more annoying one.
Oh, yes. I'll take the one to the north every day.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's the third most annoying. The one to the south here is the most annoying. Spinner's second.
Yeah. Oh, so that wasn't a graphical glitch? That's the gimmick of the entire dungeon. If you step on a blue platform, you better memorize where you saw things. So you'll see here in a sec again, once you get to the kind of bottom left-hand corner, there's eventually another one.
To put it this way, in speedruns you might be used to the idea of walls being a suggestion. But imagine seeing the walls being a suggestion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of visual cues. I think there's like a 5th dark purple thing going up.
It's the third one to me.
Oh, no, I meant like when you're initially going up there. Oh, so you want to say no here? Otherwise
that is
you fight
correct.
a fight that you can't win.
And then we have Blue in the lead because she's going to exit, and then we don't have to walk back.
It's also weird because in Breath of Fire 2, there's still like the Dream Pillow sequence where you're entering the mind of people and stuff like that. So they kept it to the sequel as well. And I'm so glad we had to go back to this town, to go to this house, to talk to the old man, to say, he's over there. Why couldn't the little girl inside the town tell us where he is? You're
Because
wasting
this way
marble
takes
steps.
extra steps.
Yeah. And this part sucks.
This bridge was not there before, so we couldn't skip any of what we did.
Honestly, it's very strange. This RPG literally has no glitches in it. There's a couple
Depending on how you
exploits
count
here
the
and
debug
there.
mode.
Yeah. But, like,
Well, and I
you
mean, there
can't
is the
glitch
soft
fights.
lock.
I figured that out. People, if they still soft lock, that's now their fault. Me and
Okay,
Lang
but a
used that
soft
down
lock
for-
is technically a glitch. It's just not a helpful
yeah.
one.
True, true. It is funny though. Yeah, this is it doesn't look like much. Triton is doing a great job here.
Guess what? I spent all my time practicing.
So that one there, right when you said that comment, there's invisible walls here. I think you have to go all the way around, I think.
What'd I do? It was this one. Oh, wow, that was...
Oh dear.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, slow down, man. That's absolutely great. Also, since Blue has 1 HP and is dead, it's because she technically died while on the overworld. I'm saying it for easier death warp later. Oh, I didn't know there was a path there, actually.
Yeah, that's why I messed up.
Huh.
I walked
didn't
too
realize there
far.
was a shortcut. Gotta change that in my change it in my notes. I'm running out the Marble 3, so I don't know if it'd be worth it. So we found Courage.
Well, the other thing that happened is my Marble 3 wore off too early because I... Well, not just because I took the wrong steps, but it wore off early anyways, so I need to renew it at some point there. And then... Yeah, there's just no good visual cue for me. That one is so hard to watch, so I got 9 out of 10 there, and I missed the last one. Well, actually, that was like 7th out of the 10, and then I got 3 more after it. So there's those little steam pillars come up and block your way. You'll take a little bit of damage, and you can't advance.
Oh. I just realized you get Mogu when I get Mogu. Yeah, he's useless.
Pretty much. He's got... He digs, which we use 3 times, I believe.
Yep. So you're picking up the shield for Jade? Or...
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, 3 times.
Yeah, why not be basically invincible for the rest of the run?
Yeah. Honestly, like, the amount of time it takes to get the last shield to the dig site versus potentially ruining an entire run because the end boss just insta-kills Ryu is just not fun.
Okay, so I still need this Marble 3 to wear off because we're off route, and...
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, Ryu is too strong to stay on there.
He doesn't have that much HP now, but he does have all the good armor on, and Ox is already dead.
Yeah.
The other thing that happened to me there that was weird is I got an encounter the first step.
Yeah. It might have something to do with the fact that you hit the vent. Oh, there you go. That's very convenient.
Yeah, that was like the best possible encounter.
Yeah. Spellcasters are fun for wiping you out. It's the same thing when you're like in Wisdom and other things in the 80% run. So you're hoping for the spellcasters to do like this fixed damage.
And then obviously I'm trying to combine menus, so I redo the party at the same time I'm doing the Marble 3. I have messed that up a couple of times along the run, but not too bad. Generally, I'm getting the party I want at the time I want it.
Yeah, and the real big concern when it comes to running this game is how cleanly can you do the menus. But even if you were to do clean menus but open up individually for each one, it's always better to combine them all. And after a while, at the checklist of like how well.
Real quick for this place, your first cue is that you're in line with that red switch, and then up to that third purple.
I see. I count 5 tiles up. You count three purples.
Yeah. Keep the math to a minimum because it always betrays you.
Fun biological fact: purple doesn't exist. Purple is the absence of color. Our eyes can't see purple. So, science.
Okay, so the walls are about to disappear here. And then I go up until we reach a wall. right until we reach a wall. Did I do that right? Up,
I think
yeah,
you're going
down.
Or no?
This is it, yeah.
Oh, that's so weird. You go backwards to me.
I'm using the walls so I don't have to count.
Yeah, I go left and I count the individual steps while doing it to get to there.
So mine is very user-friendly.
Mine's definitely not. You have to know exactly where you're going.
Okay. We gotta come down to here. Then it's there. At the wall. Right at the wall. 2, 3.
Yep.
Really try to use those walls as best I can.
Oh, so this last floor doesn't matter. Just they want to use the mechanic a couple more times before you fight the boss.
Get their money's worth out of programming it.
Mm-hmm. So this is Mothro. Mothro is a weird fight, to say the least. You'll see Ryu turn into a Bolt Dragon. Triton has it here on the notes as well. You'll see eventually Triton split. Or not Triton split, sorry. Mothra split as Triton attacks. And if it quote unquote does that animation there, when Ryu hits, it still technically counts as an attack. So it might look like it's dodging, but it's just a loss of frames a little bit. But
he can't dodge the dragon.
Stuff.
Can't dodge the dragon. The dragons are OP.
Yeah. See, when I played through Breath of Fire 1 casually the first time, I didn't play with dragons at all. So things were very painful. But
what do you even do then? Do you level grind to like 60?
Nope. I beat the game at level 27.
Okay.
I did use Agni to unlock the final boss, and it took me an hour and a half to beat the Goddess of Destruction. It was the worst experience and best experience.
Nothing quite like a challenge.
First
I was just
too.
doing all the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster achievements. And
gosh, yeah.
that meant beating Omega and Shinryu.
Mm-hmm. They'll stat check you.
3,500 HP on this boss, by the way.
Yeah. That shock spell is the instant death spell in the game. So you want them to target, Nina or Ox for that, but otherwise, if Ryu dies, you just use a life, try and bot some extras, and use transform again.
I start with 2 life 2s. I would use one of those in this situation. The life backup is for if I need Nina alive after a fight kind of thing and I'm not doing a heal, and that's Moth, bro.
Yep.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
That's literally the name of my split. Moth, bro.
So now we're going to, honestly, my least favorite part of the game.
Oh, it makes you use Mogu, so...
Well, no. The rooms, as you're climbing. For some reason, they hurt my eyes. They're perfectly fine. It's just for whatever reason, walking on, the Skyrim really is disorientating to me.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we're stuck with Mogu.
Yeah, we get Mogu back. Yeah, now his courage, and he's now no longer in a coma, which is a plus. You have to dig. It's not like using Fly in a Pokemon that's unconscious, okay? It has to make sense. So weird you can do that. But yeah, when it comes to... this is Mogu's ability.
And eventually we're going to want this item called a root. So we grab it right there.
Yep.
Because why not?
Oh, I love dungeons that start when you walk in the caves, and if you keep holding down, you'll exit the cave immediately for no reason. It's great.
I try to do good about not making that mistake.
Same, but
But it's only an effort.
that's where I used the Marble 3, that drippy thing there.
Very
But that's
chill
my
music.
cue. I like the cave music. Also, this game has a very interesting. So we're just getting the teleportation spot there. You don't actually need to go and spring at all. Or sorry, we don't need spring for anything other than just basically doing that.
Okay, so naturally we're going to go to Winland.
This is new on me.
This is the third town you would go to in the normal game. It would actually be a pretty important shopping destination. But that's not why we're coming here.
Right, that's where you're going. I see.
I didn't have a Marble 3 on. That was silly of me.
Oh, hey, there's the wild deer. Wouldn't that be funny?
Honestly, if it was a white
land
one, I
look?
probably would have tried to kill it.
Yeah. Because that would theoretically make up for a fight encounter if you got the white antelope horn. Yeah, I normally go to Camelot and walk up. But
I feel
each
like
one's
this
kinda
is faster.
different.
The only thing that might not be faster is putting Bo in the lead.
Yeah. 'Cause I keep him in the front. Also, why is this guy underground?
I don't know. How'd he get there?
Well, he's obviously friends with Mogu, then Mogu, got into the coma and couldn't release him.
Yeah, maybe.
So
Knocked
this
out
is the
Mogus
best
so
spell
that
of
he
the
couldn't
game
tell
for a
anybody
name.
where he was.
Yeah, this is the best spell in the name for transformations.
Yeah,
So
that's
now
where
we're
we
going
learned that
to-
Karn is a big doofus.
Yep. Now we're gonna warp to Gust. Not Gant. The amount of times I've seen the G letter first and then warp to Gant instead of Gust is way too many times.
I did that the other day in practice to get it out of my
Yeah.
system.
Yeah. And we're gonna go back to the house that had the Maestro in it, and we're gonna go pick up the most broken armor in existence, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, pretty much. I'd have to agree to that.
Yeah.
Genji armor's got nothing on this.
Yeah, no, this is like, oh hey, it's like, what happens if it absorbs every form of magic? Like, yeah, how about that? What if that happened? That would be silly. Throw,
Then
yep.
Get the ring on. We're actually going to switch you to Rod 5. And yeah, I think that's everything. No, Mogu's got to go to the lead.
Yeah, get to go into the tower.
And I put the marble on already, right?
Yep, you did.
Okay, I'm overthinking. To spring!
Yes, the place where we walked into literally immediately, then left because they have no tourism attractions. But now we can already teleport to the shrine because we technically stepped foot in the town.
They have ducks, but you can't see them yet.
I like the ducks in this game. I'm so happy there's so many ducks around.
Do you call all of them Ryu or just some? My favorite duck is in Tunlin, and he's sitting on top of a fountain, or a little waterfall on the left-hand side when you enter. He's my favorite duck. The three ducks in spring, which are moving in like symmetry, I love them too. And then the random ducks that you see in other towns are also fun. Like I'm just so happy there's so many ducks. I don't think I mentioned this. One of the things we do to make the menus a little more efficiently is how we exit them, which is just to press the menu button.
Yeah, it's a very strange thing. If you were to mash B, like you want to exit the menu, you'll hear ant noise. You'll hear that when Triton is doing multiple things in a menu, because he has to get back to like the main area. If you want to exit the menu completely, you hit the select button or menu button, whichever you want to do. And for whatever reason, it is it just closes, like you'll see here, it just naturally closes up. Oh, sorry, you're doing the switching, you see. Yeah, just nice and quick, and that like it will save you just minutes compared. Like my first ever run I did, I kept mashing B. Jin's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Just push select to exit menus." I'm like, "Oh, well, that feels bad." So I got like a PB immediately right after from not really changing anything, not really doing any better, just a little bit quicker menuing and just not mashing B to exit menus.
Well, we went from a dungeon where the walls were invisible to a dungeon where the walls don't exist, and you just have to figure out where you're going.
Yeah. I have a lot of visual cues for this one.
Well, it's really easy when they're south.
Yeah.
When they're south, you just walk south until you see the wall.
Yep, and then you just go whichever direction you need to. Fun fact, I get, Sandrum is southeast.
Yes, it is. We just did southwest in the other one.
Yep.
That's okay, I've got extra marbles.
I was literally about to say, the one thing I get confused of when it comes to directions is east and west. I was literally about to say that.
Now this one is easy, because north to Alaska, go north the rush is on. That's an oldies song.
Mm-hmm. There's also a nice thing about this as well, is if you want to exit it, there's actually like an open window that you can jump out of just south of the stairs here.
You have
this
blue
is
at this point.
Oh yeah, but I'm like casually, like, I'm like, oh, what's here? And I just walked through the window and I fell off the tower. I'm like, okay, sure.
Also, are these clouds in between floors or what?
Yes. They're clearly below us and above us at the same time. It's 2D. It's a physics joke. Everyone uses the supernova thing here as a marker, and I love it.
Well, I mean, there's not much else to work with.
I count the cracks in the wall on the bottom.
Huh.
The paired and separate ones, I go on the 8th one, and it goes up right to the stairs. Which happens to line up with the supernova.
Well, look, that was pretty good on my part. I only missed it by one stab.
Yeah. Oh no, it's the guy we never got introduced to because you skipped all those cutscenes. He's so dastardly.
So he's got people captured here in his dream world, and we're just gonna ignore them.
Yeah. Also, there's no encounters in this overworld for some reason, so we can just go.
On the overworld?
Yep, there's no encounters here.
I know there's not the first floor of the cave.
Yeah, there's no encounters here whatsoever.
If I get an encounter here, chat, you know who to throw fruit at.
You're right. Feasel. Nah, Feasel's wonderful.
Okay, yeah, we definitely would have gotten an encounter by now.
Yeah. And there's no encounters here, and then afterwards there's encounters here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I timed out my Marble 3 to basically when I touch the pillar and speak the moat, is when it kind of cancels, I just walk to the thing and then I can use my next marble here.
And this is my most recent route change, is we're gonna pick up a weapon.
Trident! We will be picking up the trident. I have to keep reminding myself as well that it exists.
It does exist. This was your great contribution recently.
Yes, because I realized we have the E key and we're using it for the upcoming battle because we have to do magic damage. And wouldn't it be nice to have something that does a lot more damage? I'll explain what 10% means again in a second here. The Trident does 95 damage when used as a magical item in battle. You can repeatedly use it per turn. I pick up the Rage Hammer in another dungeon. That does 60. And then on the E key does 30. So instead of doing 30 damage per turn, I went, hey, if we grab these two very small deviation walking distances and we pick up these items, shouldn't we be able to basically do 155 damage per turn in this battle and like just melt this boss comparatively for the Jin calls them lambs because they tend to die. But basically you just want to use as many as you can. 10%, just to go over it again, there's a debug menu in the start of the game where if you type in a certain set of inputs, you can get a red menu, you can type in a name, it's basically a password system to start the game at different points and locations. The passwords are Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Vega, and DJ. And also this place is, they learned how to use Mode 7, they wanted to show it off, as far as I'm concerned. 10% starts roughly, I'd say 2 hours into the run-ish?
Hour and a half, 2 hours. It's a little hard to say because you have to backtrack.
Yeah, but basically you start level 24, you don't have to worry about RNG, like leveling up at the start of the game. At the same time, you don't have Marble 3s, you don't have this, you don't have whatever, like there's a bunch of stuff you're missing. So, like, yeah. So it's a different category, but come Saturday, me and iBlink, which are two of the newest runners of the Breath of Fire community, we'll be having a race for any percent. So that'll be from the beginning of the game, and much suffering will be had. Much suffering.
And there'll be much frustration at early boss RNG.
Yeah. Also, that one spat around twice fully, so yeah. Yeah, it'll be curious to see. Like, I should be able to PB technically on that run, because the optimizations I have, I theoretically should correct myself. And Triton's blasting out the Marble 3 menus. I have them routed out to the exact step, so they don't extinguish, and I have like a 2-step buffer. No, you want to continue left to the next one, don't you?
Oh.
Because then it's
right. That was
left
28.
here, yeah, and then it's the second path on your left, then you go up. Not this one, but the next one.
Yeah, there's a reason I got a backup save right here.
Yeah, no, if there is...
Whoa, that was quick.
Oh, yeah, that was a very, very quick Marble 3. I think it might have to do with the speedy platforms and causing things. Because that's, run by throwing smoke in their face.
Well, it's guaranteed. And it also works on unrunnables.
Oh yeah, but I mean just in general, it's like, it's not just like, oh, a simple run. It's like, oh, what about teleportation? No, just a lot of smoke. Just a lot of smoke. Yeah, this section casually was very annoying to figure out.
Yeah. That's what I do on those first two encounters, because the undead dudes, the wizards, are unrunnable. Or at least seem to be, from my casual observation. Mm-hmm. But Flea works on them anyways. So
let's do it.
I just assume have Blue in the party and do that as a backup strat.
So what's not obvious here is Triton is avoiding all the pit traps everywhere. We fell through a couple of them to progress, but there's a couple of them just throw you back down the stairs.
Yeah, so we try to walk in a way to avoid that, and
I think you want to have Nina switched out. So I think you need to keep attack up for the next one, don't you?
He won't do enough damage that I'm worried about it.
Oh yeah, aren't you lucky? Yeah, Nina has like 8... I think she's level 15 here on my file.
I didn't put him in the front row.
So you're
That's
already
what I forgot.
like...
I didn't put Ryu in the front row.
That's not the worst, truthfully. And there's a Trident.
I can menu, I
Left
promise.
foot in, you put the left foot out. You're making... Wait. Oh, never mind. I see what you're doing.
It's gonna put me around ahead. Plus, he's doing the attack up, so Nina couldn't do it. That's what I should have done the first turn.
So to explain this boss on why it looks like it's censored, is for every magical attack, it makes it less pixelated. Sorry, more pixelated. And then using physical attacks, it will eventually become a form, a physical form. And the way this boss works, and that's the first phase, now it's on to the second phase where it actually can die. You want to keep magical attacks going and physical attacks at the same time. That way you can do the most damage possible to this boss. So you want to be able to use the trident and the E key, you get a little bit extra more damage, and then you just go from there. I actually, on the 80% one, Ryu's an attacker, Karn's an attacker, and the other two, quote-unquote, lambs, use the magical items to do damage, because technically Ryu can do a good chunk of damage with Marble Ones, but yeah, you have to get the attack up before doing that and all sort of stuff. And this is where I loot someone's bedroom very briefly at 80% and pick up something like an hour into the run at most to be used at like the 4.5 hour mark, because there's a protein B or whatever it's called that is basically the same effect as Nina's attack up spell. So I can do the attack up both at the same turn.
I should also maybe mention I'm being a little more quiet on this boss because this one's the most intense of the run.
Yeah, I'm happy to do quiet time, but also happy to explain stuff and just let you do.
No, you're fine. I'm just explaining to chat. I'm not talking because I'm thinking, and generally you don't want to mix those too much.
Yeah. During the end credits, we actually will see what Moat looks like, but for now, just guess its form with staying PG, please. Because, yeah, Moat doesn't look like what you think it would when it's fully in view. But it's a very good mechanic when it comes to, like, you can't just spam one kind of attack. Eventually it will be useful anymore. So usually E key and trident, magical weapons, Marble Ones, physical. Do I have a favorite, or do we have a favorite category in Breath of Fire?
This is kind of my favorite because you really get to play the game without it being the total day commitment that an any percent run is. Because, I mean, if you reset an any percent run, I mean, an hour in plus an any percent run, that's a lot of time.
Yeah, it's... getting a run going in Breath of Fire, which is all the fun. Frog and Knight are the two bosses at the start of the game. They're the only things that matter for stat gains, and you have to have basically 6 levels go the right way for you to do well. For my favorite category, if you want to learn the game, and it's how to understand it, DJ% is the best one, because it just shows you just how to do menuing, and it's really hard to die.
That is the easiest one to get into.
Yeah.
It's also the shortest. It takes about an hour.
Yeah. Anyone can honestly do it with the basic notes. I'm working on refining them a little bit more so people can just pick it up. When it comes to my favorite category, I absolutely love the any percent. Just because when I did learn it, this game came at just the right time for me to learn as a speedrun. But after you get past the gremlin, which is about an hour, 20 minutes into the run, it becomes just a cozy movie night. And that's what 10% is as well at the start. Is you just kind of go through the game. It's not too bad. Like, you were able to play like a 40, 50 hour RPG in a couple hours. And there's enough RNG here that everything can go wrong, but it just feels really nice to do. So Trident is doing a lot of work here, actually. So it seems faster than even most of my battles here.
Everybody has stayed up because he spread the attacks out. This is probably the best RNG I've ever gotten in this fight.
Yeah. This is legitimately the scariest fight. Also, that damage adds up, because before, the fourth character would just not do anything. Or I guess in your case, you might be able to use spells with blue, but we don't get that option.
They do no damage.
Yeah. And here's the Earthrobe's ability. Yay! Absorbs all magic, and GG on that one.
Oh yeah, that was a fantastic moat.
Yeah. Take the key. After all that. Nothing worse to cast the exit at before doing the thing you're supposed to do. Yeah, it's moat is, I don't even know how to describe it. I'd say like a giant mite, but from the front point of view. It's very weird.
My old strats of that fight is I would actually go Ryu in dragon form, and then he would do the magic attacks for me, and he'd be extremely durable.
Yeah, I tried to do basically Ryu and Karn as physical, and then I would switch to Karn doing only physical and healing, and then switch to Ryu doing magical stuff. Also, I pointed this out when Andy was doing Breath of Fire 2 yesterday. At the end, is these games do connect really well together, story-wise. It's a really nice touch. Surprise, we're gonna fight the Goddess of Destruction tier.
Hey, you know what I didn't do smart in that entire fight?
I
had the rod equipped instead of the ring.
Yeah, honestly, with the trident doing extra damage, I think that equated it or helped you. Synchronized ducks. Yeah. But the ending in Breath of Fire 1 leads into 2. 2 ends with, we saw the good ending by Andy. Oh, you missed the stairs.
Yes, I did.
When it comes to the good ending, slamming Township into the mountain to seal the evil. In Breath of Fire 3, Maria is a machine-based goddess because she fused with Township to revive herself as the great evil. And then 3 ends with them looking off into the desert, wondering what's going to be happening. And then 4 starts off with them literally sailing on sand ships because they learn to adjust to the new world being overtaken by sand. And I absolutely love that. And it makes me so happy, and I absolutely love this franchise so much. And then Dragon Quarter is his own right, it's his own game, and honestly a very, very interesting speedrun as well. It's very short compared to the other games. And 6 doesn't exist. It's amazing, it stopped at 5.
Sounds like Suikoden 4.
Yeah.
Shame they never made it.
Mm-hmm. Also, if you haven't been paying attention to the overworld music, the closer you get to the end of the game, the more dire the overworld music becomes, which is a very nice touch. They'll start adding more instruments, more bigger drums, more bass, versus when you start the game on any percent, you have this happy little chimey music if you're going on an adventure and everything is grand. Avoid that town. Oh, you'll... Oh, okay, never mind.
We want orbs.
You get sent there automatically after the tower. Swag duck, indeed.
And then they like to make you rotate between who leads the party.
Yeah.
For the different skills, so Bo gets to walk through trees.
Yeah. Karn just has kind of fusions, and he can unlock doors. Or push things depending on what his fusion is, or open doors if he is Puku, I believe.
Something like that.
Yeah. I think there's doors he can open with that, and good stuff in there.
And Selfless, thank you for the good luck. Hope you enjoy. We're about halfway through this run right now.
Yeah, Breath of Fire is such a special franchise to me. 2 is my favorite game, in particular the Super Nintendo 2. It's my favorite game I'll never recommend people to play. because man, that game's rough, but man, that game's just lovely.
One of my earliest viewing experiences of an RPG speedrun was a reused, I think it was, not RPG Limit Break, I think it was Questing for Glory. He did Breath of Fire 80%, like right after he got world record.
For Jin?
So that was special because I'm like, wow, I didn't even imagine speedrunning this game.
It's such a fascinatingly simple, very complex game. Where again, like you can theoretically do every fight correctly. Also, the RNG in this game, I forgot to mention, because hey, we're halfway through the run. I should explain how the battle RNG works. It changes every frame, like every frame. So you're not going to be guaranteed anything in this. There's no RNG manipulation, no nothing. But the one thing which is really, truly terrifying in this entire ordeal as well is you have, obviously, you stretching with those Marble 3s.
Yep. It only betrayed me twice.
That's true. To be fair, I hate this stuff. I hate this puzzle here.
I've gotten okay at it.
Yeah, I never thought of starting it from that point of view. I always started from the top hole there. Yeah.
I think I do this a different way every time, actually.
I literally cemented my notes when I was redoing things. I'm like, hold direction this way. It's like until you hit the wall. And so shout out to like one of the best helmets in the game. That's behind her. And you'll never get behind her. Because we will do this, we'll get kicked out of the tower. We'll come back here, fight her, get kicked out of the tower. If you want that helmet, go up there a third time. It sucks.
Yeah, we're
Technically,
not
Marble 3s exist, but like, no, there's no reason.
So, as people may recall, this is who stole the time key from Tanlong.
Yeah, before the Great Princess Battle of 2024 happened. The Interkingdom problems. Also, you can see as it's Ken%, so it's Ken as the name. That's how you can easily tell these are the runs up there. Just that fruit tree.
Yeah, really a shame we don't have Ox right now.
Mm-hmm. There's been a couple times where I grabbed it going to the initial tower, but it was an extra menu change for no reason.
And then you get Death Warp here, but I don't think it's worth it. It's easier to do the marble.
Yeah. Honestly, it is.
Because, I mean, I'm always full health here after mode anyways, or close to it.
Yeah, because of Infernos and all this other stuff, and Earth Robe. I got Breath of Fire 3 still beside me here. I try to play through it once a year. I've beaten every Breath of Fire game I've played without dragons. It's painful. I love it.
I mean, I'm up for a good challenge run. In various marathons
like
here,
dragons.
I've done FF1 solo Red Mage, I've done FF1 no weapons, did Final Fantasy II solo Rebirth, which is the post-game content that nobody ever plays. I love thinking of a new challenge and going for it.
Yeah. I've always played Breath of Fire games without dragons, and when I picked this one up for the first time, I'm like, well, let's see how long I can go without it. And then I looked up how to fight the end boss or whatever for real. I'm like, you have to use the Agni. I'm like, okay, it's had to get one dragon. Okay. I should really link that fight in the Discord eventually. Because it's like an hour and a half of me fighting the goddess.
Unless you want to count the bad ending.
That one took 45 minutes.
Really? It takes that long just to fight the crying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, without dragons, I think I was using Kuka, so I think it wasn't too bad. But
I mean, she doesn't even attack, does she?
she does eventually.
Oh, okay.
If you keep attacking, Sarah interrupts. We're not going to see this in run, so I might as well explain it now. Sarah will interrupt saying, "You really should use Agony here." And you're like, cool. And you can start pummeling the goddess, and she'll start fighting back and using, I'll say, basic spells. So, you know, it's not like high damaging things, but I also did not realize. Making sure you're going to use a marble as well.
Yep.
I don't want you to walk off without doing that. I was unaware of the Earth Robe when I was playing through the game for the first time, so I beat the gods without the Earth Robe and without dragons.
Did you at least have all the dragon stuff? The sword and
Yes, yes, I did. Also, actually, of all things I have beside me, I actually have a physical version of the Dragon Tear from Breath of Fire 2. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's see if we do this at a different time.
There's always a chance.
Hey, it's Grayton, man. It's a different path he took.
Yep. Like I said, different every time. So there's a couple ways you can get through there. Go with whatever you think is easiest.
Yeah. Or just, get through it. That's the most important thing.
Toddman, thanks for joining us. We got a good hour, over an hour, probably hour 20 to go.
This is somehow a transformation that makes sense. I don't quite understand it, but
Well, it's not a transformation, actually. Give me 1 second. I have him do that. In lore, she's an outcast from the village because she is a monster. It's just the overworld sprite does not demonstrate that to us. Actually, I think we just auto battle. I don't need to marble here.
For any new watchers, that Bolt Dragon will be used for a little bit still. But just as a heads up for flashing warning, it's been a while since I said it. It's not too bad. That's technically a crit. It's continuous hits is what's supposed to be. For some reason, he has a different message for that. Him and Gobi. But you might be thinking, like, oh man, what's the second phase of Sarah look like? Oh, that's nice. No one likes being timed out.
Nah, Diff will do pretty good damage here, though.
Oh yeah. And you have more than enough Marble 3s, or Marble 1s for the last Dragon Shrine too. I thought about your entire split thing, or your notes, is too many trips at the tower.
Yeah, that sounds like something I would say.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's a split.
Yep.
So yeah, this is the first time I tried this, I think I did it in about 310, just kind of hybriding what Deej percent does with what any percent does. And then best I've done it is I think a 258 from cleaning some stuff up. And then this route I know is faster, I just haven't done it all the way with splits. Also, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
I had such a weird tangent about that. They found her. Long story short.
Well, yeah, they always found her. She just
No,
always got away.
the actress was actually kept nameless, so no one could identify her. Someone 25 years later found her and identified her, and she confirmed it.
You talking
This
about
is so
from the
silly.
TV show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They actually, someone was like, yeah, they wrote her, like, you are Carmen Sandiego from the show. And she's like, darn, you're right. Like, you found me.
Well, I mean, somebody would have to recognize her voice in theory.
Yeah. It was just 25 years down the road. It's like, that's such a neat little thing. Also,
But they don't
I
rerun
love
that because the geography has changed.
Yeah, okay, fun fact. If you ever go to, like, an antique mall, I don't know if you have a Marble 3 active or not, but...
I don't.
Yeah, okay. I know for a fact, if you ever go to, like, an antique mall or anything like that, they always have a globe. It's always interesting to look at the globe and see what countries don't exist anymore. Because they can't update the globes.
Not that fast.
No.
Also, you got, what is it? Animaniacs.
Yep.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama. I wonder what the earliest country in that song that doesn't exist is.
I don't know. The one comment that gets to me is like East and West Germany now in one piece.
That was relatively new at the time.
Yeah, I'm like, oh wow, yeah. Thinking about like, okay. We're old.
Wow.
Oh come on, that was one step away. There's something bizarre going on.
Yeah, okay.
You should never have encounters until 8 steps after a Marble 3.
Yeah, I'm getting
Silence.
some different RNG on that than usual, and I don't know the reason.
Yes, silence the mage that's trying to use flee. Jerk. Stop silencing.
Okay. I guess we're fighting this.
Yep. So this is a giant plant monster. Special to this marathon.
Bonus
I hope this doesn't happen
content.
in my run. Yeah, I hope this does not happen in my run because I am way weaker.
I also figure I'm probably better off with bowcasting Fry. Oh, I should bring Karn in.
Yeah. So I think at this point you can just auto battle truthfully.
Ah, there
Or
we go.
just
The
that.
slam was good enough.
Although I don't agree, Marble 1 should not, or Marble 3 should not have been used. Or sorry, Marble 3 should not have wearing off. It should not have basically let you been attacked like one step after wearing off.
Yeah, and that's happened to me 3 times, that it's within 4 steps, and never should it be that fast. And I've never had it
honestly,
happen that fast.
The one thing is, I think, and I'll look into this later myself, I think it's actually according to you've done something on the overworld map. You've hit the fruit tree, you've hit the steam vent, you've hit whatever else. So I think that's messing up the counter for when the Marble 3 is in effect, wears off, and I think the step counter is already active. That'd be my best guess to what's happening. This game's programmed on duct tape sometimes. Most games back in the day were. So if something were to interrupt, let's say, walking without encountering and waiting for that, it might be like, hey, the counter's going up, but effect's still on. But the fact that you basically fought the first step after, I've never had in my run ever.
Also, Jeff is telling us that the song was even wrong because some of the countries weren't countries, and that also sort of depends on what you define as a country and who gets to define what is a country, which is a very argued point and disputed point in some cases.
Yep.
Not to be mentioned on this broadcast because we're not opening that can of worms.
Nope.
There's a good YouTube video on it, but I can't remember the channel because he's changed his name twice.
Oh, so this is an auto walk area. I always try to walk with Nina here. And the second you walk up the stairs and it starts the cutscene, like, oh. Okay. Oh. She's now corrected time flow to Carmen. Because I guess we should explain that the whole reason the time key was being used and this town was being held hostage was it was frozen in time and the person kept aging people. We stopped them, got the time key back, and now we reversed it, and uh-oh. Someone hasn't, used the key in a while. It got stuck. Bye, Nina.
Or as I like to put it, what does this button do?
Pretty much.
Nina has
I think
vanished.
Gobi's the one to say that. Not Ryu, not Blue, not Ox or anyone. It's Gobi who says we should go after Nina. Ryu's like, sure. Ooh, big shadowy figure over there. Hopefully he plays a role later.
Ah.
Chekhov's cloaked figure. Actually, you don't have to talk to her at all.
Look,
So
I tried experimenting with this last night, and I learned you had to talk to Nina, and it's like, alright, I'm just talking to all three.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you just had to talk to the one on the left when I was practicing, so I tried that and found out, no.
Yeah, it's just Nina. It's just, you walk away and save her. So Nina got stuck in a time warp, and she now has amnesia. Because that's what happens when you get stuck in a time warp. That's just science. We can't refute science. That's just not right. So to cure her, we're going to grab a poisonous fish, a white antler, and a coconut, and a... What's the last one? I think that's it, isn't it? This is the 3 items?
White antler, root, coconut.
Oh, the root. That's
fish.
the last one. Yeah. Which makes, I assume, toothpaste or something. I don't know. And we'll save her from amnesia, and we'll get the best traversal ability in the game. And then after that, it's counting down till the end, really, because once you get the Great Bird ability, it's
Yeah, that's where we converge with Deech percent.
Yep, pretty much, because that's what makes DJ percent so fascinating to me. Is it puts you right for the last place with the bird thing, so you immediately good go. All you do is collect the stuff for the big dragon at the end, and you're good.
I'm more paranoid now. I should have like 9 extra marbles anyways, so I'm not that worried about it.
Yeah, because you from the point where you were in Gust, I think you're from what you bought. I think you have about 10 more than I normally have. I reread the entire game to the step a couple weeks ago, just because. And I saved 5 marbles on Jin's route. So Jin was using it like, that feels right here. No, you could have gone the entire route area and stuff like that, so...
And warping the world to Carmen Sandiego.
Again. Make sure you get the white antler.
Yep. It's the same building, so...
Oh yeah, but like, your notes had it previously, so just in case it doesn't mention it. Or it does mention it, but like... in case you somehow think you already have it. I love going sideways on the stairs. It just feels wrong. God, these stairs go up and down. Better walk around to it from the right. Yes, yes.
We're just jumping.
Jumping down 3 stairs.
So, coconut we picked up early on outside Tunland. We got the root with Mogu digging right after he joined. The white antler was upstairs, and we had to fish up the pea fish from the bridge, which we couldn't do any sooner than this point.
Yeah. Also, search here. Okay.
Very important.
Also, just as a small side note as well, is we're gonna go back and get Nina again. She's gonna deliver a very important plot point to us of I can fly now. It was like, oh yeah, I can fly now. So despite having amnesia, she now knows that she can transform into the great bird. It's like, okay.
Well, I assume she doesn't know how to do that until after we give her the tonic.
Oh, so her portrait has changed, and I think she's aged, I think, a couple years since then. But it's interesting to see how her portrait has changed between them.
Even Blue is happy she's back.
Oh, so Nina's now in front of the party as well.
Which, to be fair, is what we want.
Yeah. So again, the game organizes stuff in front of or organizes your party. We tend to accommodate towards that. This one's a very convenient one. Now you're going to go to scanned, right? Yes.
Right about there. Pretty close.
Ooh. Yeah. It's broken. Time to leave. So, as of this exiting screen, this is now matched up with the DJ percent. Because you literally start outside this town, go in, inspect that elevator parts missing, and then you warp to Spring and start the DJ percent. So, although the routes are still drastically different because you already have the Earth Robe, you already have this, or whatever, like, it's... at this point, it's very similar.
That's the wrong house.
That is. You want one just there, yeah. I'm sure they're cool people, though. So yeah, he just climbed the tower and took their parts, so nobody can use the elevator anymore. In a city that can turn into a bunch of dragons and fly. So, don't know who that's really harming, but okay.
Well, look, it's not the dragons who are bringing the food upstairs, so somebody's really inconvenienced.
Messing with the wrong workers. So this is the last piece of dragon equipment. And are you going to be equipping the dragon armor here?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the Earth Robe has slightly less defense, but you're also a higher level, and I don't know how that works.
Have to find it. There it is.
Yeah. Because you need to have all the dragon equipment. There's, if you fish in the wells, there's one tablet in the world which will tell you how to get Agni. And because of that, it's, I thought it's Fire Dragon here. Yes, it's Fire Dragon.
Okay, it's not going to be worth it to recover.
No. Yeah, because you have MP missing. It's not worth it. You just have to do an extra cure, and you have enough marbles anyway.
Glad I did it that turn.
60 is about where you want it normally. So we see here we're gonna get the last rank of dragons, which don't really matter because we already got the 3 elemental dragons, the second level 3 elemental dragons, and a very useless dragon on the bottom, which only affects undead creatures and costs like 3 times the MP to use. So now we're going to get the gold dragon, which again is kind of pointless. But now we have all the criteria for Agni.
You can also, if you're really observant, tell why my notes say what they say. Like, that routed out perfectly to the marble one.
Yeah,
so I wrote that number down based on thunder strats there instead of fire.
Yeah, he's like, transform to fire dragon. He's like, bolt dragon. What? So here is, this is the water cave that we normally go to in 80% quite a few times. This is the first time you are here. And this marble route is pretty basic. Like, you just go down to the basement. But normally when you're here is you take the water from here and purify a town which is plagued by zombies to purify the land and bring life back to the land. If you find a tablet somewhere in the world, I think it's like relatively next to Tantar, if I remember correctly, for the well. You fish it up and examine it. It tells you that once you get all the dragon things, go back to the water cave, essentially. And that's how you get Agni. Now, in terms of mechanics in video games, I have never really truly seen anything more broken than Agni with the Earth Rope.
Once you add the Star Shield in.
No, that's the thing. Once you add that in, it is legitimately the win button. And that is where... This is why the game can be speedrun. Because the last few battles, to me, are way too difficult to ever do without absurd amount of healing available.
Does Nina actually need to be alive here?
No, but Rai needs to be in front.
Yeah. She does have to be alive to be able to use...
No, don't. You're fine. Once you repair the broken parts, you rest.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
So you can keep your life 2s and stuff right there.
I was going to use a life 1.
Oh, whichever, yeah, but... The ultimate
I didn't
power.
need them today, but I had shock hit a couple of times in practice, so I decided I was going to add plain old life 1s.
Yeah. You have the money for it.
It's obviously not a big concern. And I don't even sell stuff. Like, I got a bunch of trash stuff I could sell off that I don't.
Yeah. So now we're in the end game, according to the notes, which, honestly, yes. So we're gonna go fix the parts. And then the other thing we're gonna have to do as well eventually, which will deviate
it's
from...
right at the end.
Everyone loves when you are going to go fight the end boss and you're going to have to do a fetch quest. The Iron Claw thing still makes me so mad that it's there.
It does, but considering you get the auto warp to Dorgan, that's just, in my opinion, the easiest time to do it.
I will be testing it later. So I like how I think he's supposed to be hurt or something. I don't know what's happening here, but this person just throws him out of bed and he's quote unquote tired. So it makes me wonder if he's like just drunk or something in the Japanese version and waking him up to make him work. I don't know, but...
Well, the people had gotten kidnapped, but he was still here.
Yeah. Someone had to be here to tell the story. I don't know, I got nothing. But yeah, when it comes to the pace of the end game, I'm going to be trying it later. I don't know how well it will work. But I'll be doing segmented stuff later. Of once you're getting Agni, you're technically near the Iron Claw. And since you're warping here from this point, because you'll be... Oh, you're warping to Tunlin, then going to Scand?
Yep.
Okay.
You could probably fly there faster, but this way I have a pretty good sense of my visual marks.
Yeah, no, the world map sucks for flying on, truthfully. There's a lot more water on the side of the world than it might look. So, like, the world map you can look online doesn't actually represent how large the actual world is. But, also it's very easy to get from Gant there. But, once you get Agni, you're outside that cave. On my run, I want to use that to the point where I get the Iron Claw. Because once you fix the broken parts, you can technically you can teleport to Grammar, get the Iron Claw, then go do this part. I want to say it's slightly faster.
Wait, don't you have to rescue the moles anyways?
Well, yeah, no, it's already going to be that point, yeah. So once you get Agni...
No, because we haven't rescued the moles yet.
Oh,
Yeah, so he's not there for the Eye Claw anyways. You could get it, but you'd still have to go to Grandmore later.
Yeah, I think it's no matter what, I want to cut off that part of the world. Because once you get the Iron Claw, you never have to go back over there, but... darn Drogon. Why it to be so convenient? And broken. Also, exit, don't walk out like I do.
It was right there. Real convenient menuing.
Walking back. Yeah, no, I walk out, walk back in, then use exit and shame. Yeah, so we're gonna get the shield down here as well.
This part's not strictly required. This is safety strats.
Yeah. So what's happening here is the bottom left-hand one here, the star shield. Make sure obviously you equip that earth throw back on when you can, because that's basically the last piece of equipment you need. The star shield prevents shock, aka the instant death spell, from hitting Ryu. And then basically you are going to be oh yeah, again, the Dragon Heart spell, that's what you're doing. Yeah. Ken is disturbed. I love that message so much. Like, yes, disturbed. He's taking 1 HP, but yes, he's slightly disturbed.
A little bit.
Yeah. So how would they sing at the piano and play the piano at the same time when they all talk through flutes?
You have somebody else do the singing on the flute while you play the piano.
But if you want to play the piano and sing, like, they can't be multi-talented here. That's sad.
Unless you get one of those one-man band setups and, like, wear
Ooh,
a
that'd be
brace on
great.
your neck.
You start the piano to one kneecap.
Get Angie. Get D-hard.
So off you go back to Scanned again. And it's actually not the last time we'll be typing this area.
It's the last time we're going into this tower.
Yes, but it'll be a giant puddle of poison later.
I mean, it basically already is. As we go on the world's safest elevator.
I assume all the civilians escape without dying here after all what we're going to do here.
There are no civilians. Also, Cerebus, thank you for the good luck.
Hey, Landy.
Why, oh why, does this elevator go so slow?
Because Mode 7.
It's also supposed to imply that this is a very, very tall tower.
I mean, it is. It's big. Also, there's no encounters on the first floor here as well, which is nice.
Correct.
Because I guess this wants you fighting in front of the cloaked figure. Fun fact, when I was here casually, I did not realize you could... Pardon?
I said, don't let those steps fool you. That's not where you want to go.
Yep. Casually, I got lost here for like half an hour. Because I kept forgetting that there was a staircase to the left. It's very sad.
That Life 2 slot is safe, right?
Yes. Let me double check for you as well. You do not want it to be in 2-2 or 2-4, so 2-1 is perfectly fine.
Great.
So I figured out with Landy, there's a soft lock on the second last fight of the game. And if Ryu's in the fourth slot and you're using items in a particular area, he doesn't spam a bunch of items and doesn't waste a bunch of frames. And he also doesn't soft lock, which is nice. But for whatever reason, that one battle has items programmed in weird ways, where it just... If Ryu's in the first slot and he attacks, he'll attack 10 straight times. I don't know why, maybe it's to like, do a certain amount of damage or something.
If there's one thing to understand about old school video games, it's that they had limitations on memory size, and got very creative about how to use that memory.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it's one of the interesting paradoxes of development. The more restrictions you give someone, generally is when the creativity comes out the most.
Yeah. And it's also like Silent Hill 2 being the best example of limitations to creativity of the fog. Oh, so this is a cutscene, because we're going to show what Agni looks like.
Oh yes, and there will be flashing.
Yeah.
There will be all the flashing on every boss the rest of the run.
Actually, if you want to save a little bit of time, use the trident once after Agni. No. Use Agni. That's normal. And then just on the first turn, just use trident.
Okay.
Because he technically has, was it 6,000 health in his first phase? So if you want to ignore one attack with Agni, you can just use a trident and attack that way.
Okay, I gotcha. I don't think I
Otherwise
moved too far away.
No. It's still relatively early area here. Yeah. Because technically, yeah, there you go. So it's that versus Agni's actually attack, so it's just a little bit quicker.
Yeah, it'll save a few frames, and then we can unlock.
And then this is the actual Agni attack, which will always do 999 damage.
Zag has, I believe, 4 attacks, and 2 of them heal us.
Yeah.
Like this one.
Yeah, and Earth Robe is just going to revive all of our HP. This actual thing is laughably trivial.
Now, like, to the point, you don't need the Earth Robe, but it speeds this up because whenever he does, like, this magic damage, there's no damage sound effect in animation. So it's saving frames from that, plus you're not having to heal.
But also, Earth Robe is great to have for the other two. And then now we auto-battle to the end of the fight again.
I lost count when I was trying to grab a drink of water.
It's fine. Yeah, now it's 10,000 health. So if you want to do, again, one more... You already auto-battle, so it doesn't matter. But like, if you were to do one more trident, theoretically you can save one attack. Because once... Or I guess E-key if you're here with the old route. But, yeah, this is just how strong... So, I should explain what Agni is. Agni is a fusion of all 8 members together. If one of the members is dead, you cannot fuse into Agni. That's the condition.
He's also half unicorn, half bird, half dragon, half lion.
Well, that's, Nina's wings, Ox's mane, it's all different parts of them. I don't know who the lizard feet are from, truthfully. That's, I guess, bird feet, maybe Nina? I have no idea. But there's supposed to be like a culmination of all of them, but we never see it from the front, which is kind of sad. I was actually kind of curious what the front of Agni would look like.
Well,
I guess we see it in the cutscene. Yeah, but like sprite-wise in the battle, it looked quite funny. But you can see, like, we're only missing, 32 HP after all this. Like, we don't care. And this is where DJ% is basically get the things. Yeah, there you go. Woo, we leveled up. That really matters too. Ooh, 5 agility. Oh yeah, everyone levels up at the same time because everyone's like more or less the...
Yeah, I mentioned earlier that the random encounters are garbage EXP, and then the bosses have all the EXP. So
yes,
I think we'll have 2 more level ups happen for people.
Yeah, because it's honestly more or less a boss rush. We're obviously only fighting bosses. Like even in any percent, you fight one battle at the start to get to level 2 after or before fighting Frog, and then after that you only fight bosses for the rest of the game. It's actually kind of bonkers that way.
Okay. Now, underlying the plot of this entire game is the Goddess Keys, and we don't want the Goddess of Destruction released, so all we have to do is make sure that never, at any time, under any circumstances, are all the keys in one place at one time. As long as you do that, all is good. We're on the same page?
Yep, absolutely. Oh, so
all
hold
right,
down
so we have
dash A
all
and
of the
do
keys except for one, and Sarah here, our sister, has the other key. As long as all of the keys are not together, we win. So there's the final key. And for safekeeping, we'll just give Sarah all of our keys so that way all of the keys can never be in the same place at one time, right? You follow me on the logic here?
Everyone, what? Oh no. The guy who looks like Jade is Jade.
And oh no, who could have seen this coming? Jade got all of the keys.
Oh well. We walk down because we have to try to leave. There's the cutscene.
It's a mole. They dug in the wrong direction.
They dug up. Everyone knows when you're trying to dig, you dig up.
Well, I mean, if you're underground, that is technically what you're trying to do.
Also, I tried this as well. I went to the other side, talked to all the moles. He is the only one that you have to talk to, obviously, but he's also over there as well. I'll give you a shout out.
Yeah, giving Shawnee a shout out here. He's great to hang out with me this morning. I really appreciate it. And has the any % race, which is going to be a longer run, as weird as that may sound. That's going to be a longer race on Saturday, I believe, Saturday morning.
Yep. It'll be 9 a.m. Eastern. Exclamation point schedule, I believe, if you want to get the actual time for your time zone.
So check that out. He's better at this than me. This is just a category he's not used to, so...
Oh, this is fascinating to see the differences. Like, the absolute tiny little differences here or there. Also, I did time it. It's faster to warp to Romero. The fastest I can travel there with the bird was 27 seconds, and warping there and exiting the town was 22.
Well, and also you'd have to know which direction you're going and do it flawlessly.
Yeah, no, I did it repeatedly because I'm playing on the Switch, so I can just rewind it. And it was 27 seconds. And it's like, all you have to do is just do this. And they just switch car in front, and you can do the keys, stuff, and whatever.
Yeah, we'll get him.
Yeah.
But like, oh man. Free, even though I probably don't need it.
Because I know Jin's run as well flies to Romero. And I'm like, the difference between first and second right now is like 7 seconds. From Jin Tatsu to Ryu Kusakatl.
Just keep in mind, though, folks, that's a 5.5 hour run.
Yeah. So 7 seconds between that, and there's a couple areas here or there where both runners of the game could have saved like 10 seconds easily. Or the animations just on certain boss battles were just slightly longer, just because they use different spells.
And then you came up with the Trident strats more recently.
Yeah. Especially because, like, again, like, why watch Agni's thing when you have to do, quote-unquote, one attack to progress something?
Yeah, so that's 2 or 3 bosses that are going to be sped up by just that one pickup.
Yeah. Let alone actually using it for a full fight as well to do extra damage. Because why should you do 30 damage when you can do 155? Like, that damage after a few turns, no matter what, adds up considerably, either by 65 or by... Also, we never see this tower. You come here very early in the game to get a tablet to activate a stone robot that eventually saves the town, then destroys the town. The robot's very conflicted. He ends up jumping in a volcano. I love that robot so much. Also, this is my favorite bit of animation, is that little spinning thing behind him. Little planet things rotate, it's really well animated. This game's very basic for animation, but that one particular thing looks really cool. Let it go!
I should have let it play for a minute.
Oh, it's fine.
Alright.
Play this game yourself. Learn to speedrun this game. It's actually not hard. It's the notes we have for new runners between 80% DJ and 10%. As long as you've seen this run and are vaguely familiar with the game and mechanics, anyone can pick up a speedrun, especially DJ percent.
Yeah, if you want to get your feet wet, do DJ percent.
Yeah.
It's an hour run. you take an hour and a half your first time to learn the directions of everything you're doing, and then you're speedrunning in no time. Mm-hmm. And it's really easy to fit a couple of DJ % runs in a day.
Oh, easily. Of all things, I'm actually three. Where are you going? Is that quicker?
Did I do it wrong? I don't know.
I thought you normally use a marble 3.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Really stretching that one.
That was only 4 steps.
Well, there's a buy that lasts a little bit of luck. Yeah, I think you're supposed to walk all the way around anti-clockwise first.
I don't know, this is the only way I know to do it that works, so it's what I'm doing.
Oh. Fair enough. Yeah, because it was, yeah, she... like, catching up with the chat now with the leg. It's like she had to go there sing Sarah.
Poor Sarah. We're gonna see her again.
Yeah, if you go right and the go around, it's slightly faster.
I don't know, I think they copied that off of someone's old run.
To be fair, I don't know when the last time people questioned the original route was, but between me and Blink, we're like, why is this the case? It's like, why didn't people just walk 5 steps to the right and pick this up? Like, the Power Daggers...
Karn and Mogu are both in the party. Okay.
Yes, they are. You're fine. This is the funniest boss battle going, because we picked up the Dragonheart to fight Zog, who has 2 forms. And then there's, you know, Sarah here, who now removed the barrier. Oh, so we are, quote, we're slightly hurt from the barrier? Casually, if you don't heal, here we go. If you
It'll
don't
show
heal,
up in the battle.
Yeah. I don't know what the idea of slightly hurt is, but 1 HP for everyone is kind of unfair. So we get the Dragonheart.
Surprised it's that low down.
Yeah.
I almost wanted to use the Trident again.
Just because. You're already in the menu, right? So yeah, it takes all dragons down to their lowest HP in their current form. She has no second phase, so therefore... That was a boss. Yeah.
And the party is specific because Karn will go first and Mogu will go second based on their stats for speed. So that way, that's very strategic who we use.
Yeah, and apart from reorganizing people so you can climb the tower with Karn, all 4 party members are actually already in the party, so it's really convenient to do. But yeah, I don't know what they think slightly hurt means, but slightly hurt is honestly terrifyingly close to death.
I normally wouldn't do this.
Honestly, get the AP back no matter what. I think that's more important.
If I'm gonna do the M slime, I'm gonna want that though. I think.
Ooh. Oh, so this room's evil. So your marble 3 wore off.
You're right.
Yeah. Giant
I thought
enemy
you were wrong.
crap.
That was my mistake. Where's blue? I don't know. It's just that kind of day. Free PB next time.
Yep. I will always say this to everyone who speedruns games or wants to get into speedrunning games. To me, it's always healthier to speedrun against yourself rather than other. Like, you can have a rival. You can do whatever you want on that one. Like, that's fine. It's a free time save for later is a good mentality to have when it comes to messing up your runs. Because you're like, next time I do better, you know, that's a gift for future you. Simple as that. Trying here is doing the bottom row, which is visible, but 23 tiles longer. So if you want to do the invisible route going north, which honestly sucks, Turfway.
Well, I was gonna say something like, I mean, you want them to go around cursing the world in existence, everything about this game, and you for suggesting it?
I mean, my notes at least have if they go up 8, right 3, down 5, left 2. So,
in other words, math. I think
tiles.
we've been clear on the position we take on math on this run.
And here's me who wrote a research paper on statistics.
I actually love math, but I jokingly have said on commentary for many a game and randomizer, don't do math while live on Twitch because it will always betray you. And when you're trying to think, talk, game, and math, something's going to fail.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually your math.
Yeah. Also, the other thing is, since I mentioned before, we had an E key, which we use in the 80% run quite a bit. We normally use that for the magical attack versus moat and all this other stuff. We get them taken away, and we can never get it back. Having to try it now in your party, or in your item slot, means we still have access to a quick attack to do things with Agni. So beforehand, when we were going to fight Zog, theoretically you can use the E key. Oh, the blue chest is not opened. I love it. Start your quest. Take the money. No! Runs out the door. No explanation needed.
This game really has good music for good old SNES days.
Yeah. And then 1 year later, Breath of Fire 2 comes out, and holy moly. Breath of Fire 2 is a special game for music for me. I absolutely love it. This one's just, like, to me it's really chill, but, like, you can, what was it? You can see Capcom's growing pains, trying to figure out the console and the hardware. And then, come the second game, like, it's vastly different. Because you can see here, especially in this cutscene, they're going to move and then activate a talking flag. Move, activate a talking flag. This is how they ended up doing all the conversations, which is why everyone's spaced out so weird.
But it worked.
It did. But then, the future games are like, yeah, just have the people talk. Keep copy and pasting that talking flag. So we're gonna go stop the big baddie, but before that we have... there it is, yeah. We have a side quest to do, which I hate.
It's not the most fun.
No. So everyone knows when you play chess via postal system, it takes a while. That's fast comparatively to what these two people would have to do to meet each other and compare notes. And thankfully with Nina, we can go back and forth. According to Jin, that goat's name is Steve.
Okay, I just call this dude he who lives with goats.
Yeah. Oh, no, the goat's name is Steve. I don't know what this guy's name is.
Well, he's he who lives with goats. What else did he
lives
need?
with Steve. So now we're going to take the list, and I'm going to take it all the way back up.
It's the Parrot Express.
Please don't land on rocks. Makes birds' feet angry.
Well, she refused to land there.
Also, I love how you can see one giant daikon radish in her garden. So we're going to pick up the what's it, I believe it's pronounced.
Wizit.
Yeah.
Oh,
so what's basically... Yeah, what's happening is... she wishes to find someone who knows about weapons. They live south. They don't know that. We say, hey, this person likes weapons. Like, oh, that's really cool. Like, would you like to take this letter to them? Oh, I have a weapon that they can examine for me. So we're going to say, oh, here's the thing. Let me check it out. Please take it back the letter. And then you deliver the letter, come back, and we finally get the piece. Honestly, this is like my biggest gripe about this speedrun. This is like, okay, we're ready to storm the final place and save the world, and we're gonna do a fetch quest just at the end. Like, if nothing else, just moving it, just make it thematically just so much nicer. Because like Nina and everyone gave a big speech about going to save the world, and this is the first thing they do.
I mean, you could have already done all this part of it anyways.
Yeah.
Which is probably what was intended. Because you could have done this anytime after Nina can fly.
Yes. And that's where we have to try to fit in, is... to me, I think like you're talking about, like saving the Elder Mole and stuff like that. I think I still would. Grandma, you gotta go. I think I would still like get this done early, and then basically go from Drogon land, warp to Grandmore, learn the thing, and then go to the dungeon. So I still think because it's basically a straight shot south from here to Scand. So, oh, you're not gonna step on the stool to learn the Iron Claw thing? It's the same amount of steps, but you can destroy his kitchen kitchen stool. I try to do that every run if I remember. I'm pretty sure Blake doesn't do that, so I think if we happen to be here in the exact same frame, I'll be destroying this person's kitchen stool.
Honestly, I'm wondering about the pace run, because we've only got the 3 bosses left.
Yeah, if anyone's going to be setting up... Oh, let me check.
Now there's a break after us, so what I'm pondering is if it's enough to at least show off the start of DGA, just for something different.
Yeah. You're on quite a good pace right now, truthfully. Because there's really not much left of the game, truthfully. Because we're going into the final dungeon. It'll be go to Jade, Crying Goddess, which is 1 turn, essentially. I will yell at you to heal all your MP if you're missing some MP there. Because we don't want that to happen. And then,
let's see, where's the inn here? There? We'll do that.
Yeah. Like how
Good
all
enough.
the... Well, I meant like after you fight Jade. Because you're going to show off the M slime, right?
Not if I'm gonna do a Deej.
Yeah, you could guess there.
I think we'll do that instead, because we could also fly over to an M slime anyways.
Yeah. Switch characters. Don't do what I did.
Yep, got my finger on the button.
Nina likes to fly if you push the A button. So you can open the door, the Nina will pick up, or turn into a bird again and fly away. It's great. Oh, you missed it. There you go. Yeah, that was like the thing I've done numerous times during PBs. Like, okay, ready to go. It's like, and we're flying again. Cool. And then marble 3, and we're all good.
Yeah, we'll do it from there.
Yeah. Yeah. Ryu 4th slot.
This is just personal preference at this point. This is just like, get the bad people out of my party.
That's fair, but Ryu needs to be 4th slot to not use 10 items in a row. If he's 1st slot, you have a chance of soft locking.
Oh, he needs to be, yeah, he needs to be in 4.
Yeah. We do that next marble.
We'll fix that next marble.
I like that heart platform. I don't know what it's there for, but, you know, heart.
Gotta have heart.
Yeah.
Shout out Just Jerk. Z1 runner.
Also, I love the galaxy background so much. Even though technically we're inside of a building. But, you know, whatever. Oh, this weird
It's a
alien
flying
sign
building.
thing. Yeah, it's still a building. The local
Well, I mean, we
hotels
already
are
did the
flying
tower
still.
that had sky and clouds in it.
Yeah, they kind of used that one too early. They could have had a bunch of floors. I'm surprised the desert is, like, in there. It's weird.
There's the
He's a Marvel
cheese
Street
man.
Yep. Or the Kool-Aid man, depending if you take account what he does next. And you have plenty of marbles to make it to the end of the game.
Yeah. That way,
So, yeah.
I would rather buy the extra early on than have to go back and shop later. It's like, it takes so little time to buy those.
And, oh yeah!
Now just imagine, we would have been stopped by that wall with no way forward had he not broken through.
I mean, to be fair, Blue has shown that she can just obliterate walls.
Yeah, well, if she feels like it.
That's the other part. Oh, I meant to say, sorry, I got cut off a long time ago with the hand throwing in that kingdom. Blue is the same Blue in Breath of Fire 2, and Breath of Fire 3, and Breath of Fire 4. They established later that the important characters who keep coming back, they're part of something called the Endless. Bunyan is one of them as well. Momo becomes one as well. So it's a very neat little lore thing, but the character you're seeing here with Blue, when she helps you as a secret character in Breath of Fire 2, it is the same Blue. Which is cute. Truthfully.
It's a nice touch. It's nice when you have that, like Suikoden series has Jean.
Yeah. But like, just imagine this Blue being like, really? It's like, really? It's like, y'all suck. It's like, come on. Like, can you do it without me this time? No? Okay. Go on another adventure. That honestly explains her personality in the 4. Like, why? Stop. Let me sleep. And also, this boss has 5,504 health in the first phase, 5,496 in the second phase. He is bugged to only do the same attack. He has a wide variety of attacks. He can't use them.
It's like having your cake and eating it too.
Yeah. So this is the freest battle in the world. So Goda literally just breaks open the wall for us and then is basically an interactive cutscene of just waiting for the auto battle to complete. Alright, cool. Thanks.
Nice of you to open the pathway for us.
Yeah. Oh, and every time we transform into Agni, we get a free health refill. So any damage that
That's true of any
occurs
of the
here,
dragon forms.
Yeah. Oh yes, yeah. Just transform in general, even with I believe with Karn, if he transforms, I think he gets an HP refill as well.
It's the left one, right?
Yeah. It's actually, fun fact, all of them go to the exact same place. Left is the quickest. This is 2 spaces away. You actually can't get lost there. I tried it out on the not later, the Nintendo Switch version. I kept resetting it. Yeah, it just keeps going to the same area.
Unless that's a quality of life patch. But they really didn't do this.
No. Left is 2, up is 4, right is 3, and you can go it away. Yeah. But it's honestly been fascinating watching a game I've learned and have been practicing for months now, to watching a completely different category with completely different things and nuances in it.
And it really makes you rethink the game.
Yeah, because the fact that you picked up this here, picked up that there, like, do I have extra money? Like, once I get to Gust myself, Nina will be so weak. Like, all she's good for is basically setting up death warps. You attack up once, and then you do another thing, and you're all good. So, like, I don't want her to have too much defense, but you need her for the attack ups and all this other stuff. So you need to buff her
also,
defense.
Can you feel the love in this room, chat? Any hearts in chat?
Yeah. Okay, you don't normally see it there, obviously, but in the golem has a single heart. So that's what's normally powering this flying fortress here. Remember to say no. That work? Do the calculator.
I'll show off the Emperor's sword, though, if you remind me.
Emperor's sword? Sure. 2176.
Mistakes were made.
Okay. Okay, so go back to the Nina. Or out of the thing, and then switch in Aux. No, switch in Aux to Nina's slot. This is the backup if shock hits. So to Aux, and then use the water jar with Aux and defend with everyone else. Water jar is a group life 2. Aux is bulky enough to survive a spell. And if anyone dies, they get revived by the water jar, and you get your MP back, and you can heal
Gotcha.
up.
Okay.
So even though you technically have the shock shield, you don't have to worry about that. Now, with this, everyone gets HP back, whatever. Congratulations, you have 93 MP. So you have to heal afterwards, but now you can do Agony.
Now, failing that, what I would have done is I'd put a backup save right here.
Yeah, Jade is extremely scary without the Star Shield in a DJ % run, because you don't normally pick it up. I recommend picking it up in general. But now, basically, this boss has 21,876 health in its first phase. They only have 3,100 health, and I want to go over this again a little bit here. When they hit their second phase, they become more aggressive and more dangerous. There's shock. Thankfully it misses because we have a shield equipped. When the second phase hits, they're far more dangerous. Simple as that. They do more damage, blah, blah, blah. Maria, aka the Crying Goddess / Tier Goddess of Destruction, the final boss, her first phase has 1,945 health and 29,055 for a second phase, meaning you fight her entirely in a dangerous, more aggressive, and more damaging phase. Which is one of the best things to do for the end boss with this mechanic. As for 10%, let's go over this again. The game has kind of like a debug menu for a password mode kind of thing. Input things, you get a red screen, and then you can input different names for different loading areas. 10% starts you outside of Gust, but there's also Ryu, there's Ken, there is Chun-Li, there's Vega, and then there is DJ, named after the Street Fighter characters. DJ basically puts you outside the final town. I think Vega, if I remember correctly, puts you outside Prima. Ken is outside Gust. I don't know where the other ones are off the top of my head. I think Ryu is still a code.
I think we'll show them off.
Yeah.
We've got the time, so we'll finish this run and then show off where they are.
Yeah. But because of the Earth Robe absorbing magic, this very weak attack that Jade's doing, which is very nice and quick as well, you want to see that. We have plenty of healing in the background. During the second phase, if you want to use one life 2 to heal your MP already,
I'll take the wish, because I'm down
yes,
again.
okay, then just mash A then. Yeah. There's a Tier will, when you talk to her, she's like, hey, I'll grant you any wish. Do you want to get refilled? We'll refill your health. Talk to her again, mash B after. That's the backup if you forget to use acorns before that battle.
Well, life 2s. I've got 2 of them.
Yeah.
You know what? It routes out, right? Let's do the life 2. Okay, do left. Lesson learned.
Also, please name whatever fruits you can see inside of Jade here. We have grapes, we have caviar, I guess it's a fruit now. Carrots. We have carrots. Possibly pomegranates. Or shuckle shells, depending if you're a Pokemon trainer. I think that's a green bean for an eye. There's really not much else to do for the last 4 turns before he dies anyway, so he's going to be dead now anyway, so it's all good. So now we have full MP, we're heading into the Crying Goddess fight. And this is where...
The hidden best sword in the game is.
I mean, it makes sense it's by side there, actually. I completely missed that.
There's no reason to check it, and it's completely worthless when you get it.
Yeah, because at this point with Agni, you're doing max damage, you have max HP, your defense is immense comparatively, and you have the Earth Robe, which absorbs all magic things, and if you pick up the Star Shield, that's the last character who can use Shock.
Yeah, and theoretically, you could out-damage Agni. But it would also be slower. So, 201 versus 346.
Yeah. Luck is fate for the thing. It's essentially trying to level up. Triton will use Agni, and then before attacking, heal MP.
Yeah, Life 2 should be safe where it is.
Yeah. And then after that, it's literally a cutscene, and then transform into Agni again. But since we don't have the water jar right now, we need to make sure we heal up the MP before the next battle. And then... Oop. Again, if you pummel her for a while, eventually Sarah appears and be like, yo, use Agni, you got Agni, do that. And there's a bad ending if you continue to fight the goddess afterwards. But now we're just going to heal once we're at a certain amount of threshold of HP. Since you have the Earth Robe, it's 300, 400, I think, is the safe range.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I think 200 to 300 is fairly safe, but I'm paranoid and tend to do the 300 range.
Yeah, 300 is what I normally aim for, just because you normally heal twice in this anyway. Like, Big Crash is slow, but you can see it doesn't do damage, you're technically absorbing it.
Because we don't actually tick the damage, though, it's still probably faster than a regular attack, or the same speed.
So now we are in a more dangerous phase for 29,000 health. Which, again, I absolutely love. Just because, like...
So that would be better with a Trident, too.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not
the
really.
The first one, then you're under 29, so then it's 29 turns. So it's one turn of enemy saved.
Oh, yes, you're right. Yeah, if you were to do that right now, technically.
I mean, it's not worth coming off auto battle for.
No. Anytime you save on that one. Because, legitimately, you can see here, the goddess is able to actually do physical damage. So, it hurts. And that's why we're going to be monitoring HP around 300 era. Jade also has a Thunder spell while you're versing him. If you don't have an Earth Robe for some reason, like I did casually, he has a spell that can do 400 damage flat. Or if you don't pick up the Earth Robe in another category.
Oh yeah, the game
healing
boss health bars are just a suggestion.
Yeah.
Alright,
yeah,
we'll go ahead and heal next turn.
Yeah. You are slower than the goddess, so you'll get full health after that.
I'm so used to Ken being in the first slot. This is throwing me off.
Use a Trident and auto battle, because you're already going to heal anyway, so...
Yeah, we may still have to heal one more time, depending on how the RNG goes.
Just to point out as well, in Breath of Fire 3, before you talk to the Dragon Elder with Ryu to get the Infinity Gene, there's a mural on the wall that's also at the intro of the game when you load it up. That mural depicts these 8 characters fighting this Goddess of Destruction, which is a very nice touch. I absolutely love seeing it. But yeah, we're just waiting for 29,000 health to go down. So,
yeah, and just for comparison's sake, the fastest I've ever done this is 255. This is just routing improvements have saved a bunch of time.
Yeah.
And there's still a couple that might be possible.
Oh, easily. There's, we had a couple accidental fights. We had, here or there, a couple weird things. Like, there's obviously room to improve. But at the same time, this is where, the game's not solved yet. I would honestly say, even the current 80% world record and second place are not good enough to be considered solved. There's strong runs, don't get me wrong. But I don't see them being actually anything more than just basically really good RNG and very good routing, but not perfect routing. And I honestly think, even just using a Trident here and taking one big attack from Agni and the Earthquake just saves that little bit of time. doing that 4 times throughout the run, using that during moat and all this other stuff. Different equipment here or there to speed up different battles, or whatever.
Yeah, moat was probably my biggest time save.
Yeah, that battle went really well for you.
And that was a ridiculously good RNG battle. I mean, I've had some horrible RNG in practice. I had shock land on me, I think 4 times across runs, practice runs, and that's pretty bad RNG itself.
Yeah.
Like 1 in 4, sure, but 4 out of maybe 6 is a lot.
There we go, time.
Okay, what I'm going to do here, we're going to save that for
so we can
fun
switch to the
purposes.
credits after?
Yeah, so let's load it back to where we went into Ken to begin with and show off the various states. So the first one is Ryu.
Yeah.
When you've got the red screen, it's all about what name you use.
Yeah. Do you even have to set those? Just item.
So Ryu starts at level 8, and he is on the other side of Winland.
Ah, right, yes.
At level 8. He's got the Iowa already, you got the Rang, got some various stuff like that.
Lots of Suede.
So that's what Ryu % would look like, where you start. Then Chun would be next.
Yeah.
And obviously I don't care about the menu buttons. So Chun starts at level 14. We've gone up from 8 to 14.
Oh,
this is the Aurora area.
Yeah, this would be just after the Gremlin area. At a higher level than me.
And 100,000 gold.
Yeah, each of them start with like this. Honestly, was probably obviously them testing out certain things.
So yeah, you could do the first Dragon Shrine there, which would be quite convenient.
Yeah.
So that's what Chun % would look like. Vega is up next.
Yeah, and that should be outside Prima, if I remember correctly. Which is a good chunk of the game still, actually. I like how you still play message speed to fast. Like, it really matters.
I don't know. That's Arid.
Yeah,
oh,
because
the island, okay.
I guess now, okay, message speed fast is here. Okay, fair enough. I'll eat my words.
Alright, so it's where Gobi is ripping you off to get the gills.
Yeah, to say yes to him. If you talk to Nina, she'll say she should have brought sunscreen despite clearly being nighttime. So, it will start the Prima. Now it's daytime. There we go. We will accept your terms.
Right, light is
sit under the
unbearable.
tree, man. Or just
Well,
go
I
to the
mean,
beach.
in the Japanese version, it kind of implies he's a vampire.
He's also, they changed his portrait and stuff because, oh man, that looked bad.
Okay, so that was Vega. Ken is where we started, but hey, let's just show off the differences.
Yeah, for anyone who's new coming in.
And I don't think this has ever really been shown off very well in any settings, so it's a chance to see it. So there, you start right outside Gust.
You go in, dude, the shopping, all this other stuff. We're doing a run back. Sorry, no. Yeah, so after all that, and then there's DJ.
Yeah, there is one more called Faye, which just breaks, so there's nothing to show off.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Fei Long or whatever. Or, no,
and the capitalization is actually important on this.
Yeah.
I had to think about this because on Deej I used to do the I used to reverse item and magic. And
yeah,
DJ
it's level
starts
29.
At 29? You're here?
And then you have the pass, you've already rescued Nina, you already have everything. You look at this, and then you start getting Agni. That's the whole goal of this. and you just use Agni and obliterate every boss afterwards. That's it.
Yeah, so I think the way to do this...
Warp to Spring is the...
No, I think we want Aurora first. Aurora, then Tunlin.
I have my notes up here.
We're gonna go through the dragons, get Agni, and then M-Slime credits.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna get the DJ notes up here.
That's a good way to spend like 10 minutes or so.
2 worms.
Yeah, the original Deech percent says buy 3. I've never had one go wrong, but I'm like, I really don't want to backtrack if it happens this one time. So I think 2 is the right number.
I think it might have to do with mashing. Because I've tried to mash through it, and I've had him like fail to catch one before. I don't know what the exact mechanic is for that. Yeah.
But yeah, it has been fun to just look at this and think of it differently. Like Nina not surviving versus, oh wait, what if we went and bought the mist rope here?
Yep.
Just little things like that are fun to sit and figure out, okay, what little thing can I do to make life better?
Oh, that NPC. Being a jerk. Fun fact, some of the NPCs can just block doors for like 11, 12 seconds at a time. I was really happy it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But like, the second you walk in, it's like, oh, cool.
Now, I'm a little hesitant to call something a world record when I'm the only one who's doing it, but I do believe that stands as the fastest time anyone has ever done 10% in.
Yes, it is.
It is certainly my PB by quite a bit.
Well, hey, you put the effort in, though. Like, you've been messaging me back and forth for days, saying, like, hey, what about this and this and that? And it all paid off.
Yeah.
So, like...
there was a couple of things I changed about this very, very recently in the last 3 or 4 days. And that you inspired a lot of that because of your tinkering with the any percent run. And obviously there's a lot of overlap.
Yeah, my entire week leading up to Saturday on my Twitch channel, no. Like, I am just going to be doing science for Breath of Fire. The segment practice. I don't have full time to do a full run of it, but I am going to be doing nothing but science the entire week.
It's going to be faster to go this way, isn't it?
A little, yeah. You're going to get the other well. So we had to collect all the dragon equipment, which is all the wells. Again, not breaking anything. I love his little like peace sign as well. He's so cute. You get to go to spring and then get the parts to fix and fish up the last little thing.
We're not going to do the tower, so I don't need the parts fixed.
Oh, okay. I see. You're just getting Agni. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So we're just doing dragon powers, and then we'll go M-Slime hunting.
Ducks.
Unless you can think of another good thing for me to do to fill time, because we are quite a bit
There's
earlier
only
than
one
the next
thing
run
which-
is expecting.
Yeah, depending on how much time is left. I hear a flickering noise for some reason. The only thing I could think of would... Oh, I know. If you ever want to warp to Bleak, we can show off the Chun-Li cameo.
Okay, does that just stay at the end?
No, that's
No, that's different.
yeah, that's a different one. Let's see here.
Yeah, we'll do that too.
Chun-Li Bleak, Breath of Fire.
And then I don't have to use marbles for this because we've got Bird, but that was another thing to figure out, is when I needed to walk places with marbles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Legendary Service is saying in chat. It's like, oh, the DJ percent is officially my 8% run has died. I want to complete BOF today. Yeah, I've done that a lot of times on my stream.
It's fair.
It's a very quick category. You can't do them on GB, unfortunately.
That's sad.
Yeah.
GBA is
Did
the
you get
inferior
Marvel?
version.
You have to do the. Did you buy any Marble ones?
No, I meant to do that when I was getting the worms and forgot.
Yeah.
It won't matter for this, obviously.
Yeah, if you warp to Gust, you can buy them there, and then you can fly next to Gant. Would be your next best bet.
Just thought about.
On the fly routing.
Hey, we're just messing around. We're having some fun.
Oh yeah. I really truly hope people enjoyed watching the 10% because it's again a fascinating. Yeah, you spam that last little bit of HP, right?
Of course.
Good job. Not the first part of the whole thing. No. Yeah, I've been grinding a lot of DJ percent off and on as well. And funnily enough, it literally was
Just for the curious, that's a melon.
It's a melon. It's a melon. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, Gremlin percent honestly is another really good one for people to get into. DJ, obviously, you're just obliterating the end game. That's just how it goes. But if you were to do Gremlin percent, it's the start of the game. You learn the RNG and everything like that. And honestly, if you could do the Gremlin percent, you can do the rest of the game. It doesn't matter if you can sit that long. Because it's legitimately, you're going to need, I think, 15 or something?
Do I even need that many?
Buy 15 marble 3s, 4 cures for 12 marble 1s. 12 marble 1s. Can't kill extra?
I bought 2 cures.
Ah. I heard 14's purchases, I'm like, okay. Yeah, then going to Gust would be the... Or Gant, sorry, and then Gant to the second shrine.
Okay, we're Carmen.
Yeah, I hate to warp. We're just warp.
Yes.
I think at this point you're too far away for... The flying in this game, like the map, if you look up the world map, they're not spaced out like normal RPGs of like, I'm going from point A to point B and point B to point C. It's like with Prima being like a central point to some of the game, it's like, oh, Gant is really oddly to the side of a lot of things.
And that's how far away the shrine is.
Yeah.
When you can fly.
Yeah, I wish instead of having to go through the dungeon twice.
Not that I think the back row matters too much for this.
You'll be using the dragon transformation anyway, aren't you?
I know, but I have all the defense from the dragon gear, and I don't think it matters too much for this.
Yeah, true. Yeah, fire dragon. Bolt dragon again, let's go.
No, it's next one's fire dragon.
Oh, right. Here you go, yeah. I've never formatted these notes. This is still copy-pasted, more or less, from the SRC page.
Oh, did you pull up some of these Deech notes?
No,
I'm just
like,
doing
my
this from memory.
No, like
Read
my 80% notes, I spent 27 hours refining the ones that Jin gave me in total. So they're very easy to read. I use a program called Split Notes. For every split, it pops up for what you're supposed to do. It's formatted to that, so it looks weird as a text file, but it works in the program file. It's just random like tabs here or there. DJ is just the SRC page has it. It is copy and pasted, and it's a bunch of double minuses to split things. But it literally says like flight SE to First Dragon Shrine. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
Well, with that, we've defeated the bane of our existence.
Yee. I tried to make that joke earlier in the run, and I didn't get it.
I had planned to, but we were talking and I missed the chance.
Marble 2! Marble 2! The most useless item in the game. It acts like a Marble 1,
but
for
worse.
transformed characters. So both Karn and Ryu can use it, and that's it. It's like, oh, okay then.
Okay, so we want Gust?
Yes. You want to go to Gust, and then you can fly to the thing, and then you go to the water cave afterwards and get Agni. And if you fly, or if you exit the Bleak, we can do the cutscene.
I should have gone to Dorgan first and gotten Marble 3s. Oh well, we'll just blast whatever's in the cave.
I mean, you can buy...
I'd have to go to Dorgan.
Or Winlandia, yeah, or Winland. Yeah.
What am I doing here? There. That's what I want.
Yeah, because there's only 3 places to sell repels essentially in the world. It's the starting town, very convenient. The second one is Windia.
This is the one where I want
Winland.
Fire Dragon.
Yes, this is the Fire Dragon one. And then the third one is the underwater area for some reason. Which is also convenient for the speedruns.
Because that's the merchant town. They sell everything.
That's true, actually, yeah. But there's no other town in the entire world that sells Marble 3s. And I still stand by it. The biggest quality of life improvement that is from this game in general to like the next game is the sort button.
We're gonna use the Marble 2. We're doing it! Sure. We're doing it live!
Yeah!
I feel like I need to heal, though.
Oh yeah, you don't have that much health comparatively.
Where'd those cures go?
The bottom.
Oh, good thing I bought a couple.
Hey, you picked up the melon, you're all good.
Oh, you're right. Okay, so we gotta back up.
Yeah. Honestly, even if you teleported Drogon and then just fly to the water cave, it's literally straight up from there.
Yeah, we'll just blast things. Why not?
I mean, we've got time to kill anyway.
We can show off how much stronger we are than this newbie little dungeon.
Mash A to win, let's go. Actually, not even mash A, it's just,
That was 2 extra marbles, because that number you read was for the Thunder Dragon.
There you go. That is how to do...
Oh, Bleak.
Yeah. So when we get to that, that's how you do that.
Okay, we'll do Engi.
Yeah.
We'll do Engi first, then that, then go for the End Slime, I think.
Yeah. But just so I don't forget to post it. I guess it's there to be read.
Okay. So, blue, yes. I think that party's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Possibly me if there's an echo.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The my headphones don't work, so that's caused a little bit of issue.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay relatively quiet, but at the same time, it's.
Well, I have to have it turned up enough to hear you.
Yeah, exactly. It's auto battle.
I need to put the ring on him.
Blue one-shotting things. That's normal.
B-ring, is that the best one he's got?
Pretty much.
Okay. Tri-ring's behind the pagoda anyways, isn't it?
Yes. The tri-ring is the one that is...
So we'll show that off
tri-ring
where
is
we're
from
at.
the... I don't know where that is, though. I love those guys so
It's
much.
like just behind the building. You inspect the building from the top.
Oh, I always thought it was somewhere else. Okay. I think I actually had to go into it. I guess it's like the Emperor sword too, right?
Well, you get much earlier access to the tri-rank, because you just have to be able to fly there is all. Casual 800 damage.
Mm-hmm. The strange thing about this game is like, okay, this is the true encounter rate for the record.
Yes.
Like,
And it goes to show why we
how...
even use Marble 3s in newbie areas when over-leveled and overpowered and could easily one-shot everything. It's just not worth it.
No, it's the experience is bad. The encounter rate is honestly horrendous. If you play this game casually, if anyone has a Nintendo Switch and has internet on it, you can play the NSO version. It has a rewind function, it's quite useful for trying things again. It's very easy to play and do. Just buy Marble 3s, okay? Just at some point, you're going to get annoyed from the encounter rate. Just fight a few times in a dungeon here or there. You're fine. You're not going to get too many levels from grinding.
Yeah, like 90, 120 experience. That's maybe
you get like 7,000
decent
from
for the
boss
double
fight.
digits. Up to the double digits. When you're 10 and above, that's not good. Once you're 10, you want like 300 minimum.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, thanks for everybody who's hung out with us this morning. Hope you've had some fun as we're showing off some aspects of the game you don't normally get to.
Yes, if you had a Marble 3, or I think 3 Marble 3s here. Now I'm going to learn if there's encounters in this area. I don't know.
In here, no. Not underwater.
Not like there's a dungeon or anything, primo.
The previous floor, it's just so short that there's not time for an encounter.
Yeah, the other thing as well is in Breath of Fire 3, there's a couple Street Fighter cameo characters there too. I believe Chun-Li is in the Hall of Champions. The camera will pan by her. They do enjoy putting the characters in there. And from this point, get this. We already have the broken thing, broken parts, whatever.
Yeah, so now we want to do Bleak.
Yeah, you have to use the dark key before entering Bleak. So you want to use it first, or okay? Because it's daytime. It has to be nighttime.
Which, fun fact, it was always nighttime until we took the dark key.
Yep. It's almost like, perpetual
But now it's
darkness
day.
for all.
It looks completely different.
Yeah, it's weird.
Dark key.
So there's a time scale in the game. There's light key and dark key. You can kind of guess what they do based off what dark key just did there. It's the top left-hand building.
Top left. Okay.
Yeah. The central one is the icicle one, but you want the one. No, keep going up.
Oh, one more.
Oh, no, okay, no, correction. All right.
Lag.
Check how much time pay attention. No. So this is the guy where you want to say, you pay him 100 zenny, he'll ask you to look away, say no twice, then say yes. And this is the Chun-Li cameo. So yes and no one more time.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, you have to actually say yes to actually pay him. Sorry. Yes, and then no. And then no again. Now you say yes. And here's Chun-Li. That's how you get to see Chun-Li. She's in her red uniform if you grab the sword in the dungeon in Winland before leaving, and use that sword as the weapon to defeat the Goddess of Destruction. and then she'll be there on the right or the left-hand side of the screen, kicking a shrine in her 2-player uniform, the red one.
Okay, we are within 10 minutes of the next run scheduled, so let's go M-Slime hunting.
Yes.
Probably from Dorgan? I'm not looking at a world map.
Well, the other thing, like, hey, you get to buy some Marble 3s, yeah.
No.
You're not that close to the M-Slime, though. M-Slime is Jade.
No, that's the guaranteed one.
Oh, I see.
We want the little pagoda island.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense then.
Here. This is what we want. So there's the tri-ring.
It's so neat to see Ryu use a boomerang.
In fact, let's equip it.
Yeah.
I got it. So 178 for the B-ring to 268 for the tri-ring. Okay, didn't get the luck on the first one.
I see, this is the slime island.
Yep.
Okay.
So there's blue slime, there's a 3 gold slime encounter, which is actually a really good experience farming casually.
Mm-hmm. It would be. And then these guys. I thought you were gonna go all the way through the game and fight Jade, and then do the M-Slime one. I'm like, okay, that's a bit of an ask for 10 minutes. I wish I could do it that fast.
And there's our M-Slime.
Agni
It would be cheating, wouldn't it?
I mean,
Ruda?
No, I don't think Ruda does anything, does it?
No, Gold Dragon is the undead.
You might also do Agni because the rest of the party members aren't equipped.
I don't care.
Fair.
We're having fun here.
I'm trying to be optimized. Thank you. Honestly, also thanks for allowing me to do commentary with you. It's been great.
I really appreciate having the company. We had some fun.
Yeah, the weird mech one. That's right. I remember this now. Oh yeah, this is the other not 8-person one. But like it's a
Rip Nina. She had a good run.
I mean, in this category right now, not really. She would take one hit. To be fair, she doesn't have any actual any life to her.
I mean, when was the last time we've ever had a marathon run where we showed off Ruda, anyways?
That's true, yeah. It's also like the other one that's down there, the Gold Dragon, is only useful against undead creatures. And it costs like as much as Agni or something, or like 50 or something. It's horrible.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they were going for on that one because they didn't make any of the bosses undead where it would be really useful.
Mm-hmm. I'm also really glad I got to be here to help you with like the backup strats for like when things went wrong or whatever. Because
well, the Jade one I had a save backup was the plan there, but that worked out just for something different, anyways. So, anyways, this is the reason you fight an M-Slime.
Oh yeah! Wow.
All right, that's the M-Slime. That was
actually,
our fun.
if you load your exactly, then we can watch the credits. We're all good.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to do.
Nice.
I'll let this play as long as SpeedGaming wants it to play. We've got another great run coming up in about 10 minutes. What's the schedule say? Yeah, Nippo is coming up with Kirby Super Star. That sounds fun. And then Shawnee here has got a great any percent race coming up on Saturday. Please check that out, especially if Breath of Fire looks fun to you. You can see it played at a really high level with that.
I hope so. If it goes as well as my River City Girls run, River City Girls 0, man, that was bad RNG all around. I hope that doesn't happen.
And again, as we're letting the credits play out, since I'm the only one who does this, you did, in fact, from start to final boss, which is time, see the fastest that it has ever been completed.
Congrats on that.
So, thanks again, everybody. Enjoy the credits. I'm going to mute, and we'll just let the audio run for that.
Yeah, same for me. Thank you.
And once again, thank you everybody for watching. Hope you'll stick around for another great run. We got some Kirby coming up next in this marathon. Have a great one, everybody.